Yo. We back at it again, man. Still again. Y'all man, it's around y'all. So pretty drunk nigga alive, man. I formally went by y'all back, I go by Uncle Yacht now, nigga turned 30 not too long ago, a few weeks ago, so I'm Uncle Yacht now.
You already know who this is, the pastor, aka Mr. Moment of Silence. That's exactly what I need right now. Let's get it.
Bust down. Gucci Wildin'.
And we got a special guest today. We gonna, let him introduce himself, man. This good brother right here deserves nothing less than, an immaculate, presentation right here.
What's up, man? How y'all feeling, man? What's going on is the Wolf. You know what I mean? I'm honored to be here. You feel what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all. And I'm being surrounded by, some good black brothers.
Absolutely.
North Philly's finest.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But I go by the Wolf. You know what I'm saying? The Wolf has spoken. Let's get it.
Okay. All right. So as the world knows right now, you got the book to say he's a best-selling author right now. I'm giving you used to be that in the manifestation. Best-selling author right now for the book titled "Cheating Is Not Cheating."
Yes, sir.
I like that title.
Give us a little bit of a breakdown of what made you write the book, what direction, what took your whole, the direction to go in that, just a little 1-2 real quick.
All right, now, before I even do that, right, let me ask y'all something. What y'all think when y'all hear the title, one by one? So you tell me, since you said you like it. What's the pastor thing?
Cheating is not cheating. I'm not cheating. I'm not cheating. That's what I'm thinking.
Alright, well look, if we ain't married, like Pastor said, we ain't married, then we ain't cheating.
Sure, the pastor said it, then the church must agree, right? What do you think, y'all?
I think that what I got from the title was the fact that when you're in a relationship, right, anything you do, everybody got their own guidelines on cheating. So it's like in some way, shape, or form, it's like it's kind of hard for me to explain.
I like where you're going.
Yeah,
so I like words to come together.
Yeah, so it's like, all right, anything your partner would consider anything you do behind their back is cheating, or anything they don't agree with is cheating, as far as the opposite sex or whatever. But the whole time it's our perspective. Y'all not looking at the same. Men and women. Men are from Mars, women from Venus. I feel like we view the world completely different. I feel like the title pretty much is off the perspective.
Alright, so boom. So I'm gonna say it like this, right? Even just like the reason I titled it what I titled it was because I knew it was going it's thought provoking. You know what I mean? It's gonna make people think. So most people might think the way they think. We either in an open relationship. A lot of women are trying to rip their nigga some bullshit or some fuck bullshit. But it's more considered what y'all said, from a perspective standpoint. So cheating is subjective and perspective based on who's doing it. We can all sit here and talk about what we are and are not okay with in our relationship, and it's gonna look relatively different.
Right.
It ain't even gotta be women, men. Some niggas is okay with certain shit, and other niggas I'm not going for that shit. So it really come down to the basis in which and guidelines that you set in your relationship. So I say cheating, not cheating, because we can't just make it one dimensional as a universal law that just say okay that's cheating.
So what made you come with that title? What made you come with that whole concept of saying I'm gonna write a book about cheating is not cheating?
So initially it wasn't even going to be cheating, not cheating. It was really just a book on perspective. Initially.
Name though.
So
I have a name. So I was going to name it. Go ahead.
So no, finish what you're saying.
I was about to say, I was thinking something cause years ago when I first thought about writing a book in 2017, I wanted to name it A War on Love or something, cause I always felt like men and women was at each other just from a lack of understanding.
Right.
You know what I mean? But the title kind of came cause it was one of the things where it was I knew that it would be attention grabber. Titles is what sell a book.
Right.
I don't pick up a book when the title don't amuse me. You know what I'm saying? So when I thought about it, I was just you know what? And I kept finding myself in my own regard saying, because I wrote the introduction to the book last.
Right.
So everything, it started at chapter 3, which is men versus women cheating, and then it followed. So when I finally got the title, I went back and wrote cheating is not cheating, which is the introduction. Then what is cheating? And then I went on to explain.
Well, so you just got your perspective?
No, so for me, alright, so this book is not written in my perspective at all. It's more so written from a psychological standpoint, based on the nature of men and women, just through observation and behavioral studies.
So you just basically interview women and interview men about cheating and that.
So you could say that, but not in an interview fashion. Just being observant.
Second person conversation, some shit like that.
So it's one of the things where cause people come to me for relationship advice, right? So cause I got an unbiased opinion, and I'm a man, so I could relate to niggas, like I'm a nigga at the end of the day.
Right.
But then with women, I got an understanding for women as well. So it's like I can get them a male perspective that they man probably can't get through to them.
Right.
Because like what I come to realize is when your emotions is attached to your thoughts, you can't rationalize them.
Right.
So if your girl is mad at you, no matter how much logic you speak, it don't matter.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But if her brother or somebody that she don't view in that way, give her the same thing that you saying,
She might double. She might not listen. She don't think about it.
You know what I mean?
That's what general shit anyway. Yeah, that's what general shit anyway. So like,
So when I did the book, it was like one of the girls was like, all right, how can I have this conversation without having? Like I can't talk to everybody.
so
You know what I'm saying?
so when you was doing the book, was you like basically like you said you started from the third chapter? Was it like you was diving straight into that shit? Like you was diving straight in like, all right, well look, off of past experience and shit like that. So let me know.
All right, so I didn't include none of my past experiences. I went right in off perspective because my overall objective was not to tie myself to it. I don't want people seeing it my way.
Right.
I just want to attack it from a world universal standpoint.
Just a bro. I'm just talking.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like it's not even examples as to say like, you know, I'm John and this is Jill and this is what transpired. It's more so like so my examples in the book I compared cheating to crime. And I said this is just the different levels to crime. Crime is not universal. Like it's manslaughter, it's capital, it's first degree, it's second degree. It's different
all around the world.
You see what I'm saying? So
the consequences.
and that's just how cheating should be viewed. But I think that like us being who we are, we got the ability to make our own, let's say, call them laws. We can make our own laws as to what we consider to be cheating. And like you might not operate under the guidelines of my laws. You see what I'm saying? So if you deal with a chick that's okay, you okay with certain things, she dealing with you, and she got to readjust when she meet me.
Yeah.
Because my guidelines are different, as vice versa.
But she already on go already. If she dated me, she already gonna have her views on what niggas gonna think.
The way I look at it is though, it ain't a crime until I get caught.
That's true.
Right.
And when I get caught, if you ain't got the proper evidence, you don't even come to me about this shit.
And
They
they
say gonna cheat if you get caught.
Don't even, yeah.
Alright, let me ask y'all a question then. Alright, say if y'all feel like y'all did something that's on the lines of cheating, to y'all
Definition.
cheating, yeah. Do y'all like do that shit fuck y'all up? Like, how y'all feel? Like how do you feel about that? Do you
I ain't gonna lie, yo.
you feel like you feel like a conviction?
Sometimes
No, not what you wanna say.
Good
How
question.
you feel like after you do it? Yeah.
Because guilt kicked my ass.
Yeah, guilt kick my ass. I ain't even talking about just cheating in general, just me as a person.
Yeah.
Guilt kicks my ass.
That's me
I ain't
too.
gonna lie, guilt usually kick my ass, but like I'm getting older and the way I view things, like other people might view things different. I believe like I'm not for one girl, like
I can
this
understand. Like,
this is what I'm here
fuck that shit.
for.
Give them what you want. Like,
So
you got the offer, nigga.
No, I'm not
You
even,
got the
I'm
offer.
not even talking about like on some part. I'm just out here
Talk
just
that shit.
acting crazy and all that. Like if I want to deal with more than one female, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it because there's so many females out here. Like if I said it before, like we got feelings. If I'm with a girl right now and I meet another girl and I catch feelings for her, why can't I talk to her?
I think that's what that comes down even to the premise of the book though.
Like why can't I deal with more than one female? Who made these rules?
That's the point. And that's the point I'm trying to make in the book is like basically like you gotta live to the guidelines of how you view things and find a woman that's gonna.
The crazy part about the situation is, it's so many rules that people just make up that you just go about it from years and years and years, so you're accustomed to that certain thing. So when you talking to somebody and like you said, like I said the first episode, you could love more than one woman. I said that the first episode. So I was saying that to a point as in like, all right, if I could love more than one woman, then it's like,
Right.
like you said, ain't no feelings. You got feelings for the next person, you got feelings for that person. But as in the all results, it's like, bro, we human beings. Who can say that we can't like more than one person?
So just to piggyback, so I want to answer y'all question, then I'm gonna piggyback on that.
And I got another question from something you said.
For me, yeah, like
we ain't even
no, I'm about to say the guilt thing. Like because of my character, I can't feel right feeling like I betrayed somebody.
Right.
So like, and that being my lady too. You see what I'm saying? So like when I was younger, it was easier for me to like sleep with that shit. But as I got older, you know what I mean, I started to realize like, and then like I just started, I'm more conscious of what I want and what I don't want. So I'm just honest with myself first. So that's what kind of goes into what he say. Like I do feel like I don't think humans could be monogamous. Like you feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm not gonna go all in depth. And I know people out here that argue it, but I don't think it's possible because even women might could be more monogamous longer. You know what I mean? That might be their natural nature to do first. But in my part, I feel like if somebody told you you had to eat cheese pizza every day for the rest of your life, I don't see it being. You know, I think at some point that's why the relationship needs. It could be, but eventually you start to taste the details of the ingredients.
I told
You know what I'm saying?
He talking about, but I use chicken. He talking about you can make it different ways, but you still gonna get tired of fucking chicken. Like,
no, bro. How many different ways and different times you put on the pizza? You still tasting that cheese, that bread, and sauce.
I think, yeah.
Bro, there was too many
in the book, you
females.
said this, that a woman can see a future with anybody. I need you to break it down.
Yeah, so because women's future is already painted.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So like,
but if you don't feel like a human gets
Say that question again?
Huh?
Say that question again?
He said that he felt like a woman she can see a future pretty much with herself, a future with anybody. And if you feel like people can't be monogamous, how do you set that up in your head where it's like a woman know that like, all right, you who I want and I can see you 10 years from now.
yeah, but 10 years ain't forever. You see what I'm saying? So when I don't say people can't be faithful. I say at some point,
Time limit.
I don't know what the time limit is. Everybody's time limit is different.
I say faithful. I say faithful. I had this conversation with somebody today. I don't know who the fuck I was gonna talk with. But yeah, I was
Conversation with the body.
yeah.
That nigga say that shit every week. Yeah, I'm sitting in the car talking to somebody 2 days ago. We were talking about
What is faithful though? What is faithful?
It's really to the guidelines of your relationship. Cause some people, this is what I'm saying, I feel like society got his hands too far in people's relationships to where though everybody going off them guidelines.
But
it ain't society, it's something else unless the topic of what the fuck.
No.
You got everybody
I
in
think
prison.
it's religion too. So religion got a big
That
part.
100% for sure. Yeah, 100%.
Well, I'm not getting that.
No, I mean, I'm following up.
I don't believe in religion.
I'm spiritual, you know what I'm saying? But I respect religion.
Yeah, I respect religion. That's what I'm saying. I'm the same way.
So the hood cat listeners out there, don't be sorry, cause we jump right into it. We jump right into it. We ain't no foreplay. We ain't play with it or nothing. Get into we gonna get into a segment that we like to call social media minute. Okay. We start every episode off with this, and we talk about something that we seen on social media, good, bad, or negative, and how it made you feel. And this week, y'all know what the fuck happened. Dr. Dre wife lost that case, man.
Yeah, thanks.
She lost. I was praying she lost that joint, man. It's just like, come on, man. You want? What she say? She want $90,000 a month for her entertainment.
I thought it was like
That's what she
Yeah,
did.
but that was just for her entertainment. So you want $1 billion a month, $100,000 a month, so you can go to the movies and options and stuff like that. And every woman was, how do you feel like she don't deserve what she got? You don't know what she helped build. Yeah, I don't know what she helped build, but she was just going in the courtroom being.
Man, she probably ain't do shit.
Oh, I co-owned the name Dr. Dre.
How long he been married to her? They said she was trying to say the name Dr. Dre and he wasn't even
That's what I'm saying. He wasn't even married to him when the nigga was calling himself Dr. Dre before he wasn't even married.
He probably didn't even copyright his name. She probably put him on. You never know. I don't know the relationship.
I mean, yeah, that can be the case.
So you never know. He probably got
I look at it as though
It's like you reaching, man.
Yeah, but you know, I think she deserves something.
reaching.
I think she deserves
But
something.
I'm not saying she
got
don't deserve
kids?
anything. I'm just saying what she was
She got
asking
kids
for.
by
Yeah,
yeah, she definitely deserves something.
Yeah.
And
as far as what she
giving?
I never understood
We don't know.
how the relationships played out when the money get involved on a split.
Right.
Like, I don't know what they determining. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if it's being ran, like how child support is being ran. You know what I mean? Which I feel like is not in favor of the man. So it's like, you know what I
I
mean?
should have did that. I should have did my homework on that.
She said she needed $50,000 for phone bill.
I don't know how
She said she needed $50,000 for a phone bill. How many phones you got?
See, my thing is, what is it the case? Because if she had money, would he be on her ass? That's my own thing. Like you just said, the money play a whole situation.
Of course it would.
So my thing about this, if they was at,
And you reverse it, it wasn't like go for the money.
That's what I just said. That's what I just said. Is it a money? Is it a money thing? Who got the most money is the one you jump.
I would be with the man, like no, like I didn't come with nothing that's yours, keep it. But at the same time,
And that's
we want equality, right? You know what I'm saying?
If you, that's just like you came in with $1 million, and I came in with, well, your shorty came in without nothing,
Right.
and she made you get $2 million. Is she obligated?
So I don't
She
see.
helped you get $2 million?
Like, you already had $1 million. You was already rich.
That's why I said it's weird. That's why that money shit just make it weird to me.
Y'all break up,
I don't know how to win the game.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. Is it the money thing?
My opinion, my stance on that be coming from it be based out of pride. It's like if I came in this joint with nothing, or if I came in this joint with only 1 million or only 100,000, that's honestly what I say to leave. But I'm cool with just leaving out this relationship with peace of mind.
Can I say something?
But that can't be the mindset if you run up 100 M's with her and her name or whatever. Like say you run up the money, but it's in her name.
Yeah, right.
Because we got men that do that.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You put money in her bank account, and like, you know what I mean. Now this becomes her money. It's like, is you chasing her money or your money?
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? So it just really come down to the perspective, and it's like, if women could do it, then I think men could do it too. Or it shouldn't be done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
This is the way I see it. If you ran it up by yourself and that's your money, you don't gotta give that person shit.
But the thing is,
but if you have proof of you doing business with them and y'all ran it up together, then they should get it.
No, sometimes it's not proof. It's just hearsay.
Yeah,
We just talking, bro.
And you gotta think like this. She gonna put everything in her husband. So you the provider, you the leader.
I don't think so. There's some strong women out here that do that shit.
I mean, of course.
But
we gotta think for the masses. We think for the masses. This whole independent women thing, this is a new wave, honestly. So over the next couple of years, every woman solely dependent most of the time on men.
I don't think they was able to provide. I think it was just the standard.
It just was the standard. Yeah, it wasn't that they were.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I was saying, like, you so accustomed to the A, B, and C. So after that, that's what everybody knows. So we know, like, our moms and dads the dad was provided, the mom cooking clean. Like, every shit gotta change. Like, some shit just gotta change. Like, you from Kansas.
Getting into these marriages, motherfuckers better have a backup plan. Because nowadays, marriage is like death.
Before we go there,
nowadays, marriage like death. That shit gonna happen.
My social media minute is Young NBA. And it's Shorty. The young boy, NBA young boy, whatever.
Oh, they just got pregnant.
Yeah. I seen some shit on social media. Some shorty was like,
Lil Wayne daughter.
No, Floyd daughter.
Floyd daughter.
Yeah. I seen some shit on social media. Some shorty was like, why I be the 7th baby mom, some shit like that. And I was just saying, like, listen, man, if she happy with, she happy with. That's all that matters at the end of the day. Like, why would you care about if she the 8th or the 9th or the 10th? Like, if she happy with that nigga, then be happy with the nigga. Like, that's how I feel about the situation. Like, I don't know how y'all feel about it.
Why you care? Like,
yeah, right.
People be
Got 7 kids at 20.
He got money.
I didn't got money. Yeah, no, he had like 6 before he had the money, but
I said if I was a millionaire, I'd have 7 kids too.
Yeah,
why not?
Give me your social media, man, right?
Every bad bitch getting dumped in.
My social media moment, I think, is the presidential debate, man.
That shit was serious.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I've actually watched it, man. That joke was like watching 2 dickheads argue. And I'm from the projects.
No,
I see that type shit every day. Like how them motherfuckers was, man. They was tripping, man.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie.
Both of them.
Different monster.
Yeah.
When don't take me saying what I'm about to say is I'm a Trump supporter because I'm not. But the nigga, for one, is a businessman. He's very strategic. He outplayed the shit out of Joe Biden. When he told that boy that in the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna get so much media coverage that it's gonna trump your whole campaign. What happens? The President of the United States of America got COVID-19. That was free play. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying that the dude don't got it, but I'm saying, like, I feel like it was strategic.
Yeah, it was strategic.
I feel like this dude, he know what he doing.
But you gotta think though, before all this shit, he was a business person.
That's what I'm saying. He's a businessman.
So he know how to make that
What
break.
do American run on? We got on business.
So my whole thing is why everybody's getting mad at him being opinionated.
They trying to play the race card.
So this is the thing, right? When you put emotions into politics, they don't mix.
Yeah,
so
don't.
Personally, people don't fuck with them. You know, that's
Right.
the person. But
So they're not trying to see none of the business.
It goes down
But
to
you gotta understand about unemployment. The percent went down. I mean, before the COVID, he the reason why unemployment went down though. If
He the only reason y'all got PUA.
Unemployment needs to go up because we need to start more businesses. You get what I'm saying? So like, if the rates go up, it's just businesses start.
Business about like
I do feel like that.
Like how what business like a lot of people can't run businesses.
They don't just start a business, so I can start a business and I can hire somebody and I can not to run my business, to work for my business.
Right.
If you gonna work for this corporation, you work for my corporation.
But still though, like you said, emotions and
No, they ain't nothing to do with emotions.
no, because who would like to tell somebody what to do? Nobody don't like. That's just like me telling you what the fuck to do. If I'm your boss and
It
you
ain't
my
wrong
worker,
telling people.
I ain't got nothing to do. It's yo, turn the camera this way. I'm not telling you what to do. That's what I'm telling you.
But
Some telling motherfuckers got
I put out that yo, I need
That's the problem. That's the problem.
That's what I'm saying.
But all right, so just going back to the whole people don't like Trump thing is emotion mixed with politics. And the day, the type of person he is don't matter to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He a fucked up individual. I don't gotta like him. I don't gotta sit next to him. I'll probably never meet the nigga.
But that's
you get what I'm saying?
But that's the mindset of a lot of people. They're not thinking.
But it's because of what he says, it is affecting the country in the sense of like, you think about it, like he promotes violence from white supremacy. And I don't even think like that I think it's just from his standpoint, just him saying absurd shit, but people is acting on it.
Right.
So that's what infuriates the people. He say shit like that make certain things seem okay that's not okay. You know what I mean? So it's like people not looking past that to watch how he run the country. It's like if somebody running around saying a bunch of perverted shit, but he a good businessman, you like, this nigga's a pervert. So that's who he is first. So that's how the masses look at him.
That's definitely in our pocket on that, because when a bull said, "Oh, would you tell them to chill?"
He said, "Stand by."
He's gonna tell them to stand by. So if it is a problem, step the fuck up and get the job done.
What's crazy? I get a lot of entertainment.
Let's be real.
I can't say stop it.
Let's be real when we look at racism or whatever, right? Like we lions. White people is tigers. We might all be in the jungle, but we come from two different worlds. Our habitats is different. Why are we trying to get along with? I'm not saying that it should be a conflict, but I don't give a fuck if they like me. I'm a whole different animal. So it's like they can't suppress art. They can't oppress me. They can't stop me because at the end of the day, I'm gonna create my own opportunity. I gotta keep it within the community. But when we project all of our power onto them and give them the ball to make them think that they can oppress us just by way of us thinking that way, because it's not true.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you can start your own business and you can choose not to hire white people, which makes you an oppressor. But they say black people can't be racist. But it's like
you just kind of put a go to my head.
No, it's no. Go ahead.
No,
even like racism period. Now that's just even kind of giving me like what you said is just like kind of like perspective.
yeah.
We view the world completely different as different races. White people and black people do not view the world the same. Black people and Chinese people do not view the world the same. We just don't. We all really like live in different worlds.
We in one jungle, but we different animals. We hunt different. We eat different. We different people.
And that's the kind of the reason why I would say.
But black on black do the same thing though.
So listen, because at the end of the day, when we understand our problems, like white people, they think killing in the hood is senseless. You know why a nigga down the street got killed.
Right.
We understand that.
We be saying like, man, nigga bullshit that.
We know that.
Be like,
They look at numbers, bro. They look at the numbers.
I went.
You said I was ignorant before when I said this too.
Yeah,
I said, what's the difference between what they doing over there and what we doing in the neighborhood?
What you mean? By far as they go ahead.
Killing.
They doing over where though?
Over what they, like the United States, all that killing they doing
War?
overseas and everything. What's the difference? It's no difference.
I ain't gonna lie, but it's the difference because war
No,
is
he said
a lot of
war.
resources.
And I put that in the book.
They killing behind or they killing behind. Or be killing over blocks and shit like that.
They killing over drugs too. They killing over the
Yeah, it's the same. It's definitely
You wear a
the
white
same
coat,
shit.
you a doctor. If you wear a black coat, you a drug dealer.
We just
That's the double
different.
standard in America. That's the American double standard. But with the whole race thing, just to cap it off from my perspective, I look at it like the reason I don't try to get them to like me or black people is because that's like anything time you don't like something, that's like I didn't want Patron. That's like y'all have like drink Patron. It's gonna make me resent it even more.
Right.
So me trying to force what I like onto them or what they don't get onto them from when they don't understand, I just accept that they don't get it.
Right.
And I don't try to force it on them. But if it's somebody that tries to understand me, then I get an opportunity to. But I feel like hate is internalized. It is taught and it's something that starts within.
Definitely.
So when you hate something, it gotta come out of you. So that means this shit is in these motherfuckers. If I hate raisins, you're not gonna make me like raisins by trying to put raisins in my face. So I feel like our fight starts with us becoming more wealthy.
But I
You see what I'm saying? And leaving it. That's the fight. The fight is rich and poor because if we got more money, they can't do nothing.
But
I mean, seaweed.
But my only point is, I just think the fact that people should try. That's the thing. The biggest thing is try. Because if you don't try,
What we trying?
But it's like this more than years in the making though.
hate,
Been saying
like you
you
said, hate. Like you said, if you forcing raisins and I don't like raisins, what made you not like raisins in the first place? You gotta try it to not like it. You feel what I'm saying?
I understand that perspective all the time.
Okay,
You
so-
understand that.
What he was saying was torque.
No.
Your family members might tell you they nasty.
No,
they nasty.
that's what I'm trying to say. So
Now you got it in your
what
head.
you gotta think about it. Like I never liked it coleslaw a day in my life.
That shit
But-
good as shit.
but-
Especially on the turkey special. Coleslaw. I never liked coleslaw.
No,
Hey,
that's what
somebody
I'm trying
put
to
me
say.
on.
Right, that's what I'm trying to
They
say.
said put the
Like you
coleslaw
said,
in the
that's
top of the
what
turkey
you said.
sandwich.
Hate is within.
Somebody had to
So bring it out.
redirect your
But
vision.
think about it.
I ain't like turkey wings.
But is every,
Coleslaw.
is every white person racist though?
No.
So every, you get what I'm saying? So that's
Right,
what it has. So somebody is
You got
trying.
your ass, yeah.
But where are we putting all our energy at?
We
And
not.
one-
You
no,
got
one
some
of
people that
them.
don't give a fuck about white people at all.
And I'm one of them people, but I don't dislike them.
Wow.
I don't dislike them. No, that's not wrong. I don't want to take what I'm saying wrong. When I say I don't give a fuck, is to say that I don't care if they give a fuck with me or whatever.
Right, you don't care how they feel about it.
No, they can exist. I'm not saying I don't give a fuck, but I know it's like I don't have hatred in my heart.
Right.
But if they don't like me, I don't give a
It's
fuck.
like either way, I don't care whether you like me or you don't.
We can
Feel no way
exist, but
about
I
you.
don't feel no way.
Yeah,
No,
right.
that's all I'm saying. When I say I don't give a fuck,
Yeah, and I want to take this. I wanted to say this because.
No, he got to put the social media on.
No, I just wanted to talk
Yeah,
about
go ahead.
somebody we was talking on another topic. You brought it to my attention about, a couple episodes back, what I said about white people.
I'm gonna slip to that.
I'm going to initial an apology because, no, because my thoughts and my opinions wasn't wrong. But because you got to realize the state that we in right now, it's very wrong. We never been here before, bro. We haven't rioted and looted and all that shit since prior to Watch Riots. We in a very sentimental state, so when people speaking out and saying these things,
type of thing, that's the clip that his social media that'll make Yacht said some racist shit. But it's like it ain't the case because I wasn't here. I don't know what Yacht said. I'm just
I said,
No, it's a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit.
But basically what he said, you know how AI got caught up in the interview with the practice and all that.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
they ain't show the whole interview.
right.
They just showed that one particular clip. So it was basically what he was saying was like, fuck it. That was
Bruh.
that was how it made it look.
I feel exactly what you're
But
saying.
I'm saying like, go ahead.
But at the end of the day, like you said from the beginning, that's how it all stemmed off. When you said we was twerk, hate, and shit like that. But most motherfuckers don't know, from being in school or shit like that, or being in diverse school where it is white and black motherfuckers in the school, and then you can choose like, all right, well, cool, white motherfuckers in school, but then you gonna get some dicks that's not cool with being with blacks or that's not cool with being with whites.
So
But you.
What you talking about?
wait, I get what you're trying to fucking dicks. Who's dicks?
The people that don't fuck with us.
Why do you use that?
Yeah, he reaching.
Yeah, he definitely is.
I'm reaching.
Yeah, he definitely.
Alright, if we say dicks, what the fuck do we refer to as dicks?
Assholes.
Police.
I think he mean
Right.
assholes.
Yeah.
That what he meant, right?
I think he meant dicks. No, he was talking about white people.
No, I'm talking about people in general.
Oh, dickheads.
You reaching.
I was reaching.
I never used that.
No, but just go back to even saying like I said, it's like when we do that creates the narrative right there. So it's like I know what I mean, you know what I'm saying, and I'm not gonna say nothing out of my mouth that I won't stand on.
Right,
So
right.
even when I say I don't give a fuck, it's like if they walk in here like you nigger, that shit not gonna bother me.
Word.
No.
I might punch on him.
No, I'm not. You wanna know why? Because I'm not giving that word power.
Right.
Like I'm not that. I got the ability to control what affects me.
Yeah.
So like you could, it's like I'm only gonna be offended by something that I believe to be true. So if you call me a bitch and I know I'm not a bitch, that's not gonna tip my hand. You see what I'm saying? So him calling me a nigga,
Can I say one
you know what I mean?
Yo, how you gonna hate somebody for calling you something when you call yourself that same thing?
See, but listen, this is the thing. When we do that, we're not giving them permission to do it. So when you say stuff like that, that's how it
hate
comes off.
somebody for calling you that.
No. But alright,
can't
when black people turned nigger into nigga, they did that as if we was getting called that shit anyway. So they did that shit kind of like as trying to flip it into something positive, trying not to give that shit as much as energy as the rest of the world give it.
I call myself nigga time. I ain't
Exactly,
got no
that's what I'm
that
saying.
shit don't offend me at all.
I
That shit,
understand what
at the end of the day, that shit is just a fucking word. That shit ain't got no type of effect on me.
but it's powerful.
I could walk through a group of white
It's
people
the
and I
intent
would call
behind
it
it. I'm intending to disrespect you.
Terry.
You know what I'm saying? That's why people feel away.
I'm
And
not
I
taking
get
it
that.
down.
But words only have power in visualization. Because
But you only see that nigga is powerful, but people got the word cracker. Cracker it's not powerful to nigga. You feel what I'm saying? So
That's not powerful.
That was the reason we tried to get back.
But listen, anything you intend behind disrespect, it don't matter if you call a motherfucker a cup. If you trying to be disrespectful, that's your intention. So like the word nigga it's because they intend for nigger, because they intend for to harm us or degrade us. This is why we take offense to it.
I think it's a word that's with action for us to ruffle our feathers. That's what I think it is. So if they call us that, I think it's the word.
So,
What you gonna say, my
so you need a minute.
Well, make it time.
I think one thing. I think just speaking. I want to speak not on a specific topic that I might have saw, but just things I see all the time, every day. I feel like I see a lot of. I feel like it's like we could in this world right now. It's too. I see men being bashed a lot, and I feel like it's too socially accepted. You know what I'm saying? And this is not to disregard or take away from.
Say it again, and I will say you thank you.
No, listen, I said men bashing. I said this is not to take away from the importance of protecting women, or the importance of like understanding and being open to diversity and different ways of living. You know what I mean? Because I understand that it was always a narrative that this was a man's world. So I feel like because the world is changing and expanding, so many people that was oppressed by men in general. For whatever reason, for whatever a man might have done, is now turning around and trying to inflict the same pain that was inflicted for hundreds of years. And I feel like with that being the narrative and it being accepted, I feel like we don't have no protection that protects us. Like we are the only people that you could go on the internet and openly hate. Like you can say something. You can say something about women, but it's going to be a community of women.
It's going to be like,
you can say something about.
Can I say something?
I just want to finish it, then I'm going to let you go ahead. Because I just want to get it out. And it's like, I feel like when it comes down to men, black men in particular, it's like we like a punching bag. You know what I'm saying?
What we was talking about the other day.
We a punching bag.
You know what I'm saying?
And I just feel like, I feel like it comes from a place of men might have did shit, and I feel like so many men that try to hold men accountable. So then you got us looking at that is some nut ass. Then we will call that is some nut ass shit. So you got us speaking on it being nut shit, but then you got regular men that ain't even in that predicament still getting bashed by women or other communities or other organizations.
For y'all speak. I just want to say that because he gave a segue into what the fuck we was gonna talk about that.
Right.
So y'all can still get your shit out.
You know what I was gonna say? What we was talking about the other day?
What?
With that Tory Lanez and Meg shit.
I
said, what if Meg would have shot Tory?
So you asking me?
No.
I'm just saying, what if Meg would have shot Tory? She would have been praised. She would have been praised for this shit.
Because it would have been one of them things where it's like, well, maybe he provoked her, or maybe she protected herself.
You wanna know how I feel about if it was flipped? I think it would have been the same reaction.
No. You tripping.
You wanna know why?
You fucking
Because
tripping.
they only gave her that reaction because the bitch is a celebrity.
Bro,
the simple
no,
fact that he's a celebrity, they're gonna do the same thing.
Bro, even if they was regular people.
But we not regular.
But if they was,
we not
if
dealing
they was regular people, they would have praised the female.
What we talking about?
Shoot these niggas all summer and all that. Y'all better shoot these niggas. They would have been praising the shit out of that shit.
We talking about woulda, coulda, shoulda. We just
No,
said,
that's what
we just
happened.
said we hate when a person say that. Say that what they would have did if they was in a situation
But we
that.
going off the same perspective.
No, right. They going in a situation that they was in, saying what they would have did.
So you say they would have praised her for shooting?
In the media would carry that the same way because they're both rappers. They're both in the limelight. They would. I feel like they would have carried it the same way.
I'm gonna say this.
I'm
I'm gonna say this, right? I think that the community of women that comes together is stronger than the community of men. And
I mean, we not only coming
So
together.
listen. So with that being the case, it's like when it's like I think it is double because she is a female. Because like they want to take the shoot a man.
I mean, I feel like I definitely feel like
shoot.
Don't take what I'm saying wrong.
No. I know what
I'm saying.
you're saying.
That motherfuckers wouldn't feel no type of way or wouldn't protect them. I ain't talking about the whole protecting black women, protecting black women. I feel like it would have been the same coverage.
Motherfuckers gonna laugh that to her, bro.
Niggas would have been
shot about it.
Niggas would have been big on that shit.
I'm recant my statement.
Motherfuckers would have been cracking the fuck up.
Bro, niggas would have been big on that shit.
Niggas would have been there,
Respectfully,
to that would have been on me too.
I never even commented on the on Megan Thee situation with an opinion. I never laughed at her.
I ain't really give too much.
I just wanted to play out. I just let it play out. But if Tory would have got shot by Meg, I would have been openly cracking. I would have been wishing for his house. Him to recover. But one thing he was cool.
I know we would be crazy.
Every rapper would have used that and then rap on top. Every female rapper would have
first nigga.
Damn, alright, y'all right, I got it. His career would have been over because every rapper would have used that. I ain't going on.
She asked me for a ring like she was horny. She was shooting her shot like I was some shit like you on the top bar.
Don't get in on top. Yeah, nah. I forgot he was a rapper.
But you know,
comments on their pictures.
But just from my social media, man, it's like I feel like I'm really about unity now.
Social media, that's our topic.
All right, well, just to cap my part from that segment, you know what I'm saying, is just like I'm all about unity, so I just be looking at it like, damn, if we slow down, like, cause like I don't believe that men should bash women either, but I feel like they're going to say it, cause I'll check a man for that. Like, I feel like you on some whole shit around.
Because how I felt about how Tory even dealt with the situation.
I wasn't
like even with the album. I know, but I'm talking about like how you say men check men on what it's
too much on the album.
When exactly, I felt like
what is
the album the way to explain your side of the situation. That was completely the wrong way to do it.
Why?
Because it was capitalizing and making money, bro.
So what?
Anybody would have been making money.
Anybody would have been making money.
He could have fucking did an interview for $1 million.
Right.
Why we kept on he bigger artist than her? Way bigger artist than her. Way more numbers.
He could have went to somebody, yo, bro. He could have went to went to one of the famous blog motherfuckers, whoever and all that. The first exclusive, and they would have paid the shit out of him. Anyway, would have been that money, bro. You can't blame me because he
capitalize on the situation because it don't matter how big he is in her, bro. It's money he got, bro.
He in trouble.
My motherfucking man If they felt like they want to get out there, they would have got out there and he still had to be the overshadow that. If he's a bigger artist than her, he's not bigger than Rock Nation as a tool.
He did it to prove.
They got him.
Yes, he did.
Huh?
He did that to prove a point.
Yes, he did.
No matter what, I'm still that nigga.
I felt like they gave him a stage and he performed. Like, and I feel like with him being a rapper, I wouldn't expect him not to perform. Like when I say he performed, I'm saying like he like y'all gonna give me all this attention, I'm gonna capitalize off of it. You know what I mean? But I do feel like no, that's what I'm saying. Like from your standpoint, I understand he did capitalize, but I think that it was just one of them drones where it's like, all right, fuck it. That's why I know how to express myself is in my music. So like that's why I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like. That's why I never really put my opinion on it, cause like I didn't listen to the whole album. You know what I'm saying? I listened to he was Tory is one of my favorite artists. I'm not getting that.
Before that, I didn't like the fact that he kept going on with the story. Give you like 2 songs, then cool. But you kept going on, you kept dragging.
But you don't know what you got.
Yeah, right. But no, it's the same shit.
You know what I got from it?
It's the same shit.
You know what I got from it though? He love that girl.
Yes,
I don't fuck with nobody. I don't fuck with nobody. And I'm not saying toxic love is okay.
Hold on. Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion, baby. You heard me? Them legs probably was wrapped around his little skinny ass. You heard me? Yeah,
Sucks right here.
Sucks right from the bean too. You heard me?
And let me give my disclaimer though. I'm not because I say he love her, it's not me saying that that's toxic love is okay. I'm going off of him saying he did not shoot her, and I'm going off of how he kept saying he still wanted to work. So I'm not going off of the situation when I say he loved her. I'm going off him saying he didn't do it, not saying he did or didn't, but just saying based off what I heard, I'm like, damn, he loved this girl because of how expressive he was and kept saying he wanted to work.
He do.
And that's just my disclaimer. Exactly what I'm saying.
And that's why I felt like the shit was one about wrong. Because if that was the way, you felt like you really love this girl, or whatever, whatever the case may be, it's just a million ways you could have got your story out there.
How?
So one of his a million ways to brag.
That's his platform.
One of his favorite artists is A Boogie.
Yes.
One of a nigga that explains himself a lot.
That's all he listened to.
nigga trash.
I think in the 90s they was standing outside the window with the boom boxes and throwing rocks.
Right. She had, alright, her label ex, I ain't gonna lie. Whoever was, like, she surely got some real niggas around.
What?
She did not want to talk about that situation, bro. That was all label push.
Yo, live.
It was label
She
push,
went
bro.
live.
That was label push. She had to go live, bro.
She had to say that.
No, she had to tell label. She had a contract, bro. She had to.
Yo,
You want the contract you were talking about?
Right.
She had
I
to.
think that's what she
That's
said.
what I'm saying. She had the contract.
That's exactly what she did. That's exactly what she did.
She's a woman. Women gonna compromise themselves to get $1, bro. She said that bullshit ass deal to the label that Rock Nation had to get rid of. That she crying about, bro. She had to.
bro.
They run that bitch on live just crying about her deal, bro. She had to.
They was fucking
They been
around.
trying exactly. So she gotta do what the fuck they tell her to do.
So can they make her say he did?
They,
Right.
I'm asking.
Yeah, we asked you.
They can make her say he did it when she don't know. Cause his story is you don't know if I did it. Your story is you was walking away. It was 3 other motherfuckers in that car. You don't know who did it.
Yeah.
So why the fuck you giving them
The other person
I
ain't
look at
saying
the
nothing.
details.
Right. Ain't nobody else saying shit.
Yeah.
And ain't nobody else saying shit.
Yeah.
Just let her lady making her talk and making everybody else shut the fuck up.
But where the hospital reports of her getting shot?
Yeah.
Exactly. But
Because there wasn't a bullet in her foot.
wait. I'm not saying that the bitch was shot.
Ain't
I never said the bitch was shot.
It's all bones in your foot.
Yeah.
How the fuck you get shot?
I never
And you
said
was
the bitch
dancing
was
2
shot.
days later. Like,
Right, exactly.
Come on, man.
Wait. How you get shot in your foot and was dancing too late later?
You got
I got shot in my foot and I walked to the hospital.
That's the first adrenaline, bro. They got adrenaline.
No. I didn't go to the hospital.
adrenaline, bro.
So my adrenaline running the next day?
Yeah.
I didn't go to the hospital the next day because I didn't want to get questioned. I got shot outside the table.
Okay,
I didn't go to the hospital till 10 o'clock the next morning because I did not want to get questioned.
So you ain't
I
felt it.
walked myself, I felt it, but I walked myself to the hospital.
Well, I'm saying, alright, so how long you was in your cast?
But bro,
No, ask the question. Ask the question. Before, after you got shot,
I had a
you was
boot. They didn't give me a cast.
Oh, you was in a boot.
And I took myself out the boot within a week.
Alright, Superman. But you got that taking it like you, bro.
Yeah, you shot him.
But I'm not saying that she didn't get
She
shot.
was
But
at takeover. You was drinking. Of course you didn't feel it.
Exactly.
Bro, for one, I wasn't drinking that night.
That's the fuck you was.
I wasn't.
Especially takeover.
Yes, you was. Yes, you was.
Drunk, that was the first time I was going.
So you get drunk and shit.
He called me the next
I wouldn't even call you that next morning.
I didn't call you the next morning and I got shot, bro.
Me and you talked the next one.
Nobody did that, bro. You was not there, I got shot.
Alright, we gonna go.
Where I get shot at?
We gonna talk the next subject.
You didn't know when I got shot, bro.
Change the subject, bro. Change the subject.
That's why I called you the next day. I didn't talk to nobody for a week. I called my mother. I didn't talk to nobody for a week, bro.
Change the
I
subject.
talked to you.
No, you see, a lot of niggas was there when I got shot, but you didn't talk to me that week I got shot, bro.
You did. You
didn't
told me.
talk to me that week.
Yeah, that's how I found out.
You didn't talk to me.
You told me.
No, you told me.
I thought you was playing.
I told y'all, but nobody
The next
talked to
day.
me that week, bro.
Alright, cool.
Nobody talked to me that week. I would talk to the person that took me to the hospital, bro.
Okay.
Because I didn't want nobody to know what might be the situation.
Alright, we talk about it, okay.
He just said he walked to the hospital. Then somebody took it.
I had to walk myself in the hospital, bro. You don't walk indoors?
No, you know you walked there.
Yeah, you said you was walking, bro. But it's cool.
Y'all niggas good, bro. Y'all niggas
He
good.
said you walked. That's why I said you walked.
Okay.
Who live in walking distance from the hospital, bro? I'm talking about walking from my car into the hospital door.
Takeover
After a bullet
is
was
right
in my
around the
foot.
corner from the
I
hospital.
went to Abington Hospital. Did you not hear me say I went to the hospital the next day?
We was under the impression that you actually walked there.
I suck my dick and die. Yo, wait a second. We gonna get to this conversation. But today's segment and today is I want to talk about social media.
Can I ask one
And
question?
how
Go ahead.
and how social media pretty much changed the culture of the day. And it gave, I'm not gonna say it gave people a voice that don't deserve a voice, or it gave everybody a voice, but it pretty much put up, it fucked this shit up. It altered it.
Bad.
And I got a question for y'all, right? What?
I want to see my shit first. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Get your shit off.
That
No, because we're not talking, we're gonna go to a whole different conversation.
Go ahead.
Because questions and
Alright, go ahead.
Let me ask you a question, right? What's your definition of a man?
We all start with me.
I
I think a man is a man of honor, integrity, dignity, morals, principles, being able to hold yourself accountable, then being able to hold others accountable, being able to lead and follow, because we were students before we were teachers.
He ain't perfect,
You know what I'm
neither.
saying? No,
I like the same definition.
No, this
That's
ain't
my
no,
same definition.
but
He ain't perfect.
having morals ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? Having principles ain't perfect. But these is guidelines and fundamental characteristics that make a man. A man without these values is not a man. Because a lot of men don't stand for nothing and they can be tipped anyway. I stand on what I stand on and I can't be tipped. You see what I'm saying? That's not to say that I'm not open-minded, but it's to say like certain things I would not, I got dignity and integrity. So I'm not backstabbing somebody. I ain't talking behind somebody's back unless I'm saying that shit to their face. Sure. I'm standing on anything that I do, say, and believe. You know what I mean? I can lead and be led. You know what I mean? Understanding how to be nurturing for my daughters and just like provide and not be provided for in the sense of like, you know, what's going on nowadays. So it's just like different levels of being a man. You know what I mean? But I feel like nowadays what's being accepted as man ain't a man. And I feel like we need to build better men.
I'm gonna keep my definition of a man short and sweet. I feel like, to me personally, the definition of a man is what he thinks of himself when he's by himself. When he's just him to think.
That's hard.
Because I'm like, as far as you can come out with this whole representative face. I could be out that, right? And my character, I feel like I get pictures, or I do this, or I grill this, or I do that. But in my whole thoughts in my head, I'm insecure. I feel like I'm a nut. I feel like I'm a
So that's your ego. That's not your character.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I said I feel like
that's the question. Answer the question.
That's the question,
Do
right?
you look at yourself in the mirror before you leave out the crib?
I'm not gonna say I look out every day.
No, I'm not saying even on no conceited shit. I'm saying, do you look at yourself in the mirror?
I'm not saying not every day, but I do have moments where I
when you talk to yourself.
I do
Every day.
Everybody, I think everybody.
It's like, who can tell, and the reason why I say my definition, who can tell you what kind of man you is? Who can tell you who the fuck you is?
So I think so for me, the way I interpret the question is not even like who that. See, I think our personalities make us different. So I can't tell you who you are.
That's what I'm saying.
But the fundamentals.
I'm talking about your morals.
Yeah, but that's
you saying my morals is right.
What though?
You saying my morals right and your morals is wrong.
Right. That's what my whole.
So that's why I say what you mean.
So you saying what you saying? So you saying who sets the moral guideline? Like who makes the moral compass?
Like, who do that?
So
who do that? That's the whole
Today.
thing. That's what I'm trying to say. No, it's not today. It's been that because my whole thing about it is.
I talk about that. I know what you're saying.
Who defines who a man is?
So what it all you? So
yeah, exactly. So
that's why I said.
So who can tell you who you are?
No, so
everybody has that loyalty.
So we got natures. Men have natures. It's psychologically proven. Like a man is a man by nature. A woman is a woman by nature. The different things like your personality and stuff, that's outside of your nature. That's who you are as a person. That's how the world perceives you.
Right.
That's how you perceive yourself.
So you a man.
So women don't like to be called females. I would just throw that out there. That's why I say man and woman. Just because they're jumping the comments, don't call us females. I don't know why. I don't know the reason why, but I got checked a lot for that. So I refer to them as women now.
You know, see this? Can y'all run the comment of why y'all like to be called females?
Yeah, because it was just something that was said to me, and I just was like, all right, I accept it. I don't want to be should be referred to.
I hate the fact that we gotta define ourselves of just these words when we live it every day. Like we live it every day for us, and like we should know what we don't and what we do and don't like. So like it's not the far as in like I gotta be loyal or I gotta do this, I gotta do that. No. You should know that from the rip.
But that's your character. So your character is who you are.
Right.
Your personality is who people take you as.
But the word should never define the fact that who you is as a person.
But so that's what y'all is saying when he's saying who you see when you by yourself. That's your true character.
When you define something, it's just the fact that you just trying to set the bar for yourself to live by that. Just put this out there.
I'm just trying to
like far as in the Bible. Let's say the Bible.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm.
Yeah, but just say
it. That's what I'm saying. The Bible. I'm saying the Bible. When the Bible give you all these guidelines to live by, and you can't live by certain shit because you're gonna fuck up or you're gonna do something.
That should be bullshit.
It do be bullshit. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to piggyback off his shit, but I'm trying to have my own spin on it. Like from saying, for example, like you define yourself every day. No man is perfect. No woman is perfect. So at the end of the day, just be yourself. You are who you are. I'm Wayne Gates. You are who you are. You are who you are. You are yours. I don't like the words when people define shit by people call themselves a real nigga.
You wanted to get them people your whole girl like that?
I don't know. Fuck.
I didn't even hear you. You said you did. I think that we miss. think that the misconception that's being given right now is like it's not for nobody to judge, condemn, or
I hate when people call yourself real
you know what I
niggas.
mean?
I hate when people call yourself real niggas.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that exactly.
Yeah, right.
And I think that, but I think that just going back, and I don't even want to say that as a man and woman nature. I would just say as a masculine nature and a feminine nature. I'm gonna say that's better.
Right. But
I eliminate the whole gender.
But I like everything that you said.
Yeah.
As far as in the words, your titles and the words on how you define yourself.
Because that's not even being a man. That's being a decent person.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
So when we say what makes up a man, I'm gonna say what makes a man decent.
Right.
A decent man. So it ain't about being a real nigga because that, you know
I don't like that type.
You know what I'm saying?
The reason why I even said that is because even like I ain't gonna say to this day, it started these days. As far as even with like women or people telling like you can't, like I don't feel like I feel like social media get too many social media is a platform that get too many people a voice to talk foolishness because I don't feel like a woman can tell a man what a man is.
I think so.
No, so I think
you can't tell you ain't no real nigga.
No. You going too deep in it. I can say certain things she's seen in her household, and as far as in certain things you seen in your household, far as in
that's not failure.
It's about what she's seen. It's not what
so
she's
listen, so this is what I feel like a woman could tell you.
I know that, but everybody needs, like he said, guidance. Follow, lead. So if she wants something, you want something, you still gotta follow, you still gotta lead.
So I think where y'all missing each other, Jordan, I understand what you're saying. And I think that where y'all missing each other is what he's saying is like, she can't project on him how to be a man because she's not a man. I think that a woman can tell a man what she wants to do. But he don't got to buy it. But what's happening nowadays, and
You can't tell me I'm not a man.
What you saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
But regardless, it's not that women. What's going on nowadays is men is like taking it and running with it, and that's what they're not supposed to do. It's like you gotta make a decision for yourself as a man. You know what I mean? So when it come down to it, it's like a woman not gonna tell me if I don't spend money on her, I'm not a real nigga.
Right.
So that's how they gonna create it. So that's how I'm trying to slow down. But I get what you're saying because I learned a lot from women on how to be a man because women can teach you how to be a man. I learned compassion from a woman. I learned empathy from a woman.
Love.
You know what I'm saying? Just how to accept love. You know what I mean? In certain ways, right?
Like they project
Because our moms teach us shit.
Right.
But when
our mom teaches to be hard, man, too.
My mom always told me to be hard.
It's like they
But listen, did she teach you? She taught you how to be hard, but did she teach you how to love too? Like, cause sometimes mothers don't teach you how to love.
I mean, teach me how to love.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm trying to say.
I struggle with that today.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of our parents they didn't really know how to be loved.
You can't say that because my mom taught me how to be loved, but as far as what I was into,
let me say,
if I'm in the streets, if I was in the streets 24/7, I'm going by what the streets.
No. Let me say, you was raised with a father and a mother.
Yeah.
So a lot of motherfuckers wasn't raised with that. So at the end of the day, a single mother is gonna be hard because she don't want that emotion to be on her kids. So at the end of the day, she's gonna teach you to be hard. No, be hard. Far as in the son, be hard. This is what you're supposed to do. I
was raised by a single mom. Yeah, my mom didn't give me that.
I'm saying half and half. So you just said
my mom was overprotective.
That's what I'm saying. That's my mom.
Like my mom wanted to get us out the project. She was overprotective, but she wasn't. My mom wasn't real hard on me.
No. He's saying like
she wasn't even trying to make me a man. My mom even trying to overlove me to the point they like, yo, like let that nigga be a man. Let him be a man.
And I see both sides.
She was trying to overprotect me.
I see both sides.
Because it's in the fact that I ain't had no
Jody mom was trying to get him the fuck out of there.
Nah, me and Jody totally different. Jody ain't take care of mom. I take care of my mom.
No, but yeah, I think I seen both of that. I seen
Jody stepped up.
Shut the fuck up.
Jody was an ill nigga.
Money don't matter words though.
Jody was ready.
Go a long way than money. My mom told me that. That's one thing I learned about my mom because it's some shit
that money go a long way.
No, that words go a long way.
Yeah, my mom told me you get more money than you do vinegar.
So to this day, my mom quoted a lot of shit that I live by to this day. So I could be on the phone with my sisters and my brothers, and we'd quote some shit my mom said when we was like 7, 8 years old. That shit that still lived to this day. So all I can say is words mean a lot.
But it be like to my point, like what I was saying about like how they try to dictate the morals of what a man is or what a man should do and how a man should act. Like even as far as like as far let me take the tricking shit for example, right? That shit just became a thing to be cool because when I was growing up and I heard older niggas talking to that and third, they were big on niggas like tricking. That's what niggas resorted to when they came to the show off their G.
Hey yo.
So it's like now to these days, like the girls is getting on the internet telling niggas they ain't buying the girl this, they doing that. They making niggas want to trick before they. My little cousin, he in the 9th grade, the 9th fucking grade. The nigga bought a bitch a pair of Alexander McQueen's for $5.90. Nigga never, it's a virgin. Nigga never had sex a day in his life. So they like it's fucking. They fucking out. You come out to the point they got the nigga tricking before he get pussy.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, what's happening is, and the reason is being, cause I said like, men gotta
feel like he ain't a man.
Listen, men gotta take control of their own mind. We can't knock the player. If women is a player now,
Right.
we can't knock that shit. Because men have played the
a
game
long time.
So I don't knock a woman for playing the game.
Can I say this?
I just don't let it get played on me.
Right, but I can see that. If it got played on me, I got emotions. I will fuck you up, bitch, if you fucking play me. This is sincere.
I'm not condoning
Hold on. Y'all know, out of all y'all, both of y'all two right here, y'all know I'm sensitive. When the game get played on you, you won't feel a type of way. Everybody got feelings. So when that game get played on you,
that shit hurt for sure.
It do hurt. So that's what I'm trying to say. I'm being open with what I'm trying to say.
It don't feel good, and I think as men we just gotta take control of our minds.
But we can't though. We can't because we so used to controlling. We so used to that. So when the chick come, certain niggas, we not gonna say.
I used to be.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm saying. It takes a long time for you to adapt to. All right, well look, she got a jersey on too. She's shooting 30 for the night. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta understand the fact that girls is players now, like you said, girls is players. So you gotta understand that fact of moving around and trying to figure out how to
Let me get one clear point across. Even when I said they playing the game, like it is women out there that is players, and I ain't even saying like dealing with a chick that's dealing with multiple niggas.
No, I'm talking about getting hers. I'm talking about getting hers.
So, and I look at it like I can't be controlled by pussy, right? Listen, the weak, I don't give a fuck how physically strong you are. If we allow ourselves to be manipulated by the leverage of some pussy, we weak. And a lot of times, it's a trick.
A man that can control his sex drive is a dangerous motherfucker.
And I want to see, the thing is, I can see a woman and she can see me and she can't leverage pussy over me. And that's what, let me just say the whole thing though. That was, so the reason that, so a woman can't present to me what I have to do to get her.
Right.
Because it cannot be done.
I gotta do all this just to get your little corny.
I look at it like women is in abundance. Same with women is in abundance. So with that being the case, it's like, all right, this is your criteria, and I don't meet it. The only power I have in this situation is to walk away. I'm abusing that power every time. Right. And when I say that, it's not to say, because I look at it like, it's my money, I'm going to do what I want. I know how to be a man. I know how to love the way I love. I know my love language. I know how to do for the women that I deal with the way I want to. Right. So I don't need social media to be telling me what I can do, what I got to do. So if I'm dealing with a woman who abides by the social media guidelines, the only power I have in that situation,
got one over there, bro,
without trying to change her, is to walk away. So I think for the young boys that's out there, if you dealing with, that's like this, right? You're not gonna try to handle. Let's take women out the equation, right? Because we all men at this table, right? And I don't want to speak for women when they can't defend themselves, right? Let's talk about men. If I'm in this room and y'all niggas acting like y'all don't want me in here, I can leave.
Right.
Y'all not treating me like a peon. I don't gotta react. I can leave. Why don't we understand that relationship? I don't gotta, you know what I'm saying? I don't gotta command myself to this. So if y'all here treat me a certain type of way, and I'm like, I'll be treated, I can dip.
Right.
But if y'all like, everybody in this room got a drink, and I wanna stay in this room and I pick up a cup, I can't blame y'all. So I'm not gonna make the women, they doing what niggas would do if a nigga is manipulating them.
That's why I said,
that's manipulation, that's what I'm doing.
But that's why I said about when the game is played on the other side.
100%.
You feel what I'm saying?
Niggas don't like it.
That's why I said.
I agree wholeheartedly. Men don't like it. I think
niggas been controlling for years.
I think that it comes down to this. Why they say take control of your own stuff.
But I just think this: women outsmarting men 100%.
Right now, just because. But you know how you. All right, let me just put y'all on the game, right? And women, and a lot of women don't like when I when I do this for men, and because I was actually gonna write a book that creates like almost like a level playing field in the sense because it's simple shit.
You got to decide on it.
I look at it like this: a woman can't outlast me in an emotional battle. Not to say that women are emotional, but I know in the simple, just to make myself crystal clear when I say this. Let's look at it like this, right? I'm going all day.
No, he ain't going.
Hey, listen. Let's look at the games that get played, right? Let's look at the games that get played, right? Y'all you in a relationship, right? So, and even though I know you and your girl, right? I can look at it like this. Say you and your girl go through a situation, and like whatever the case may be, now I know where she just stop answering her phone. She go out for the night. She at the club. She doing her phone for the rest of the night. You going bananas.
Sad.
You're going ballistic. Like you trying to find her. You like whatever the reaction might be. Not saying they have to be violent, but your emotions.
I had to fuck all the violence.
You know what
But he said the domestic shit.
and I think most men will say that.
Wait, y'all know wait. What the fuck I just said?
Bro, I just said out of your.
Oh, but I just want to make a point because I want the listeners to hear what I'm saying, and I want men to hear what I'm saying. It's like one of the things like this, right? I feel like if you can control your emotions for that night and not react that way, then you can get to the bottom of whatever it was. If you can rationalize through all of that chaos, because the reason men is losing because they're not slowing the game down. At the end of the day, if she go ahead, go ahead.
No, I was saying, as far as in like with me when I'm arguing with somebody, the best thing is you haven't won the war, you just won the battle. So just apologizing and just letting the shit calm down. Like I was talking to y'all about this shit. I just said, yo, just apologize. Even though you know you're not wrong, just apologize.
I know you feel like
you're wrong. Just apologize.
I mean, yeah, but I'm not even going from a right or wrong standpoint. I'm just simply saying these are the actions that happen. Because I do agree, like, to be the bigger person.
Yeah.
It says, 100%.
Always.
But I'm saying, like, in this particular situation, if we involve any type of fuckery like that, I don't involve my energy. I don't involve my emotion. Right. So it always gives me the edge on rationalizing as to what I want to do. And like I said, the biggest power I got is to walk away. But if I so choose to entertain it, I don't feel like I can be beat in that type of situation. Because I understand that at some point, her emotions are going to kick in. Because at the end of the day, if I'm showing that I don't give a fuck, she's going to wonder why I don't give a fuck. And now the table is turned. Now she's worried about what I'm doing because I'm displaying that I don't give a fuck. But if I'm up her ass, chasing her down, trying to figure out what she's doing, she know that my mind ain't nowhere else but her. If I make it like my mind is not on her at all, then now she want to know where my mind is. And now we...
So it's basically a mind game.
It sucks that it's like that, but in that type of toxic situation, you can't not. This is what you already involved. Once she went to the club, they answered the phone, the game started.
I'm not playing those stuff.
I'm not even. I'm on the bed
with it.
That's what I'm saying. Your only power, your best power is to leave. You see what I'm saying? But y'all already said that he's gonna be tough. So once you already in there, I'm saying that for men in general, because we saying about them being manipulated.
But you can't sit here and catch like we not gonna care to the fact that, like you said, we not gonna sit here and say we not human beings to the fact that we not gonna care.
I didn't say you don't care.
No. I'm piggybacking on what you're saying. Like we not gonna sit here and say we not gonna care. So when that first phone call said, like you said, we not gonna answer. We gonna question, our red flag gonna go up. But there's certain things, like you said, certain things that's gonna catch you. It's either you gonna be that nigga like and catch a domestic, or you gonna
be. Who said I'm gonna catch a domestic? I just said I'm gonna go find it. Don't be putting shit on me like that.
What you gonna do when you find it?
What you just say?
You thought you said you gonna fuck her up.
Oh,
I said that, so I'm not gonna hate you.
I do not condone domestic violence.
My fault.
He about to argue with me about what the fuck he said, boy.
The overall point I'm trying to make is, basically what I'm trying to make is when I say I'm not allowing my thoughts to be triggered and controlled by my emotions. So with that being said, in that predicament, my only power is to walk away. If I can rationalize when we get to the next day and we had a conversation and I'm not getting the response that makes logical sense to me, my only power is to walk away.
Alright, let me say this to you.
And when I walk away, now her mindset it flips. It goes from whatever she was doing and me giving a fuck to now my ability to walk away.
Let me say this to you. So now, your emotions get the best of you. Because at the end of the day, you saying that you could run away or...
I ain't say run away, I said walk away.
Well, I'm saying...
It's definitely a different thing.
My head,
See, we're gonna play that up right here.
Alright, let me clear this one up, yeah?
I mean, Patron got me a little butt, bro. Alright, you walk away. Alright, but listen. It's not gonna have no thought in your mind. You gonna be like, yo, I'm trying to work this situation out. Once you clear your thoughts and your mental.
So if I want to stay, I'm gonna stay. And that means hear me out. So I'm saying even you said I clear my mind. I'm saying if that's how I feel, then I'm gonna follow my
Let's
feelings.
at that moment. We just want at that moment. You left at that.
I'm not weak. I don't allow myself to get weak in those situations because listen, I've been hurt before.
Right.
So I'm not numb. I'm just like I understand the reality of shit.
So, but you thinking off of her not answering her phone? That's what I'm trying to say.
No, I already said we had a conversation. Remember I said if it don't make
Right.
So we gonna talk.
Right. So after y'all talk and you said, all right, I'm gonna walk away because I'm giving you that. You had the ultimatum, but I'm giving you that. You walking away.
All right, okay.
After you walked away, you ain't gonna have no sense to be like, all right, well, let me just try this shit out.
Before I walk away, I'm gonna make sure I know why I'm walking away, and I gotta say.
That's all.
Oh yeah, I'm not just because that would be running. I'm not running.
That's what I said.
So even just the simple thing I'm saying that because I'm not saying that I get into these things, right? But at one point I was into these things in my early relationship, and understanding these leverage games that get played. You understand what I'm saying? Like just because that's what relationships is. It's a leverage game. Flat out, it's a cat and mouse game, and it's like until it gets to that point where
That's why I need
it's there.
multiple.
You know what I mean? So I look at it like, and I don't feel like all relationships have been written that way, but I'm saying the toxic ones. So when you in a toxic relationship, I think as men, instead of reacting emotionally, saying I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna fuck you up, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, slow it down.
Wow.
Slow it down. Control your emotions because you're thinking with a clouded judgment. And she can control you if she can control your emotions. You ain't gonna let a man.
Anybody that can control your emotions can control.
Hey, but this is what men need to understand. Y'all look at we gotta stop looking at women like they not capable. So when I say not capable, it's like you won't let a man control your emotions.
Yeah, listen.
You're not gonna let a man dictate their actions.
So why would you do it to a woman?
But because you're emotionally attached to her.
Women will do it to you though.
What you mean?
Like, as far as in,
Trying to control your emotions. Yeah.
Right.
So as men, if we can look at each other and I'll be like, I'm not letting him dictate my flow of things. In basketball, in football, in fighting, you're not gonna let your.
Because you know you the shit. That's what I'm telling you. You know you the shit.
I'm saying from a standpoint of a mental game.
Yeah, that's
it's
what I'm saying. That's
like
what I'm
even
saying.
if you right-handed, you're not gonna let nobody keep forcing you left. You're gonna
That's what I'm saying. If you know that you know your basic standards is, I know I'm going to do what I'm going to do, then you do what you want to do at the end of the day. That's what I'm saying. As in like your standards, like you said, if you know you're gonna go right, I mean he forced you left, but you know you're gonna right. You gonna find a way to manipulate or try to think of strategize. Yeah, right.
So
There's too many options out here to even be letting somebody confuse you and all that. I ain't even supposed to be in a motherfucking relationship with you, but bottom line, this shit just a ticking time bomb at the end of the day. Everybody relationship. I need multiple who. So when you acting up, guess where I'm at?
Where you gonna be at?
Baby number 2. When the baby number 2 acting up, guess where I'm gonna be
Where
at?
you gonna be at?
Baby number 3.
So baby number 3 acting up.
I'm gonna be at baby number 4 for sure.
Man, alright, so we gonna go to the second level like they call it back in the day. And then back in the day, since we talking about what we talking right now, we gonna say, let's all share a time where we let a female get the rest out of us like that, and we let them pretty much control us into doing some of that ass shit.
I talk about that every episode.
I'll start, and I'm gonna be, completely, transparent, whatever. I don't like my emotions trying to be tampered with, and I'm one to admit that I don't know how to deal with my aggression. Like when somebody like poking at me, never a female. I don't know how to channel my direction to the point. Like my only defense is to blow up. That's when I start yelling. That's when I want to fight. That's when I want to argue. That's when I don't know how to channel them emotions. I don't know how to. So when a motherfucker do that to me, I flip out. So of course, I had situations where
Did you commit a domestic?
I did. I did. I got that did. So I had to. I didn't have to.
Pacquiao,
But I did.
Shouldn't be.
I ain't. I'm not favorable of it. But that was the time. Where I just let my emotions or let her pretty much manipulate my feelings. Because women know how to do that. Because
they specialize in antagonizing.
They know how to make you feel this big. To the point where now I don't know what else to do to defend myself. And I'm not saying it was right. I'm not saying I regret it 100%. I apologize.
So he basically saying he know it was wrong.
Yeah, I know it was wrong, but I've done it. And if any man like feel like say that he wasn't at least tempted or pushed there, I don't feel like it's true. Because one thing about women, they know how to play on a nigga emotions. They know how to make you feel like you ain't shit where you ain't got no other defense, but to make you feel like to show you that I'm a man and you ain't. But I'm gonna say, like, I ain't one of them niggas that's just like, right, cause I'm me 360 all the way around. Like, I ain't one of the people that's just gonna do that with you. I'm gonna tell you get your brother. I beat your brother the fuck up too. I don't condone this shit though, but I like this out of your brother. Of course, I ain't gonna go into details of what happened, but yeah.
Well, I mean, it's good that you grew from it.
I smacked somebody side of the head.
What was the question again, bro?
Basically, like going back in the day, basically to a point where your feelings were on the
Even
emotions
to the
on your
point,
skin.
yeah, where
You know what I mean? You like a woman had
You had to make a decision
your heart in her hand.
yeah. She had you
Had
where
you
it was a decision where you had to react. You had to make a decision how you was gonna react in that moment.
bro.
Yeah, being vulnerable to
Being at the wrong
Probably
decision.
the most vulnerable I've ever been probably was when I was in high school. And
Shit.
He ain't been shit since high
Nigga,
school.
shut up.
Yeah, because I know a couple motherfuckers give you smack situations out there. Fuck is you talking about? What? That's crazy.
What about my situation in high school, bro?
Okay,
I was more vulnerable than that.
Alright, go ahead.
My situation in high school, I know Weeds probably know a moment, or y'all probably know a moment, but my situation in high school.
We sincere, bro.
No, bro.
Fuck
That,
is going on?
she had me on some shit, but
I know your cup empty. Come on. Come on. Stop trying
but
to
the
fix
other
it.
situation is crazy though, cause what you talking about, that was the domestic situation.
Bro, that was crazy, bro.
But the other one that I was dealing with in high school,
But
she
yeah,
had me.
big as shit, bro. I'm with these hands, bro. Real rap, bro. These doing, look at these doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, big ass fucking.
The one that I was dealing with in high school, man, she had me more of an emotional thing, basically. She fucked me over, but I don't really got
Alright. My thing is, alright, I'm not gonna ask what happened. I feel like what I am gonna ask is, not do we get forgiven or do we get past this, but my point for saying what I said is that I feel like every man gets took to that point. And
I think so. Just because I was going to go last, I didn't know if you were going to go, but I think that in those predicaments, you know what I'm saying, I think that it typically just comes at where we at mentally at the time. Like, even when I used to be driven there, like, I think that my first relationship
goes off the
brought side of me that I never saw since that relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So like her definition, and like we never really got no like fist fights or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying. But like even when I got raised to aggressive levels, like, you know what I'm saying, or like even if I like might have like restrained her or even like gripped her up, you know what I'm saying, in a manner that was inappropriate. But I never like, I'm not.
They didn't give us that for hitting them.
But regardless as of now, I won't put my hand. See, but like even when we say, like I said, like even when, because like there's been times like the way I look at it. Yeah, because like no, we being transparent. So that when I was raised to those types of aggression, and I even felt myself going there when I think about my first relationship. Like it was bringing sides of me, sides out of myself that I never even saw since. I never didn't know how. Look, I want to get this all out. Let me get this all out. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I said, bringing out sides of me that I never saw since that first relationship. You know what I mean? But I never punched her. I never like slapped. I never did no crazy. You know what I'm saying? Shit. But I'm just saying like being like aggressive to the point you say a woman, me calling her a bitch,
right.
and like stuff like that. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Any type of verbal, but it was like from an antagonizing standpoint. But like since I grew from there, it's like I will never be raised to that level. But like women do have the ability to antagonize, and you know why? Because we open ourselves up emotionally to them. We don't open up emotionally to men in that way. This is why men really need therapy. This is why we need open. Hold on, let me say this whole thing because
What like, all right, because a lot of motherfuckers now these days be on the substance, as far as in like drugs.
No, I never did drugs.
So
I ain't a drug. So wait, let me tell you, I never did drugs. I've tried weed a couple times and shit, but I'm not a drug. But I never took a perk in my life and no shit like that.
Oh, so what you're saying is that like somebody saying that like you drunk or if you high, is that would elevate? Sometimes I get what you're saying, so it didn't have to be. Like if I was drunk, it'd be more prone to happen than if I wasn't. I get what you're saying.
I'm saying, like not to.
So what I'm saying is, it comes from just. if you gotta, yeah, all the time. No, see, wait. I don't have a domestic under my
No, I'm not
So not even, I'm just saying verbal abuse, or like I said, even when I say restraint or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? But just making my whole point of what I'm saying is, when men open themselves up emotionally, you know what I mean, and then a woman understands that you're vulnerable, and then they say certain things that could be triggering, you know what I mean, and a man react that way. That's how we get to that point.
Right.
You know what I mean? For me, I took the power out of my triggers. So if I open up to a woman, I don't allow it to be where that can be the red button to me no more. Because like that's what happens. Like the red button get pushed over and over and over again. And if you hit a man's ego to the point where you tapping into his pride now, and he's like you say it out your own mouth, you want to prove that you're a man. It's like that means the stakes was really high at that point.
Right.
I don't even get that far no more. Like my first relationship, I was very, like, if I found myself being aggressive or yelling or just being insecure or any type of way, I got in a relationship at 18. I was a whole different man. I didn't know much about myself. So like who she might remember me to be, she don't even know me.
Yeah.
So she don't even have an opinion on me because she don't know me because I don't even know that person. But let me just clarify, I've never ever punched. No type of, I don't have a domestic, you know what I'm saying? But if we talk about verbal abuse and all that, you know what I mean? But like, I just never was with that, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Not relation, no, I never was with
a
that.
lot of women don't even give us that benefit of the doubt right there, that the simple fact that we not even, most of the times who y'all knew, that the fact that like we grow each and every day. So you might be looking at me like, damn, you still think the way you do, you that same person, oh, like to be honest. Like, even if I'm saying it to you, like, oh, you lying, you can't, you that and third. Like, no, people grow. When we develop and we learn from, the circumstances and situations that we be in, I'm not going, like, I'm not the same person I was 5 minutes ago, let alone 2, 3, 4 years ago.
Yeah, but the thing is, people don't, what I learned is, the truth is, people don't be having to accept our growth. So with them not having to accept our growth, that's just something we gotta accept. Like, we grow for us. So like I can't go back and change the perspective that my ex got on me for whatever I might have did to create that perception. You see what I'm saying? But I learned that like I was shaped through that situation.
Right.
She can't change the perception. I mean, I allow people to grow. Like if I knew you 10 years ago, I don't keep a preconceived notion based on who you was. I'm gonna meet you again. I do believe in re-meeting somebody. Even if 10 months went past, I'd be like, all right, you know, you was this way, and I'm gonna see who you are. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to create your own narrative. But what happens is, you know, most time people don't allow that to happen, and they do be like, you know, if you was this way, then this is just who you are. And this is why people fall back into those roles when they go back to people, because they like, you go back, you going back into a box. And this is what you confined to. This is all you know. It's like going back in jail. You want to establish those traits and characteristics that you had when you was in that habitat. Unless you can go back in there and back to what you got to rebrand yourself. It's like when you go look at it from a business standpoint, you understand rebranding yourself. So like you might not always get an opportunity to rebrand yourself in the eyes of somebody, but that ain't your job.
Right.
I rebranded myself to the world. I'm known as a street nigga just a few years ago. Now I'm not looked at that way at all. I didn't allow nobody to tell me I was a street nigga. Once I said I wasn't a street nigga anymore, I left the streets. The fuck? Like, I understand what goes on in the streets, I understand shit.
You know, you can't tell me what you see.
I'm who I am. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. You know what I mean? So just to even speak on it, domestic violence is a big thing. You know what I mean? That, you know, I hope that it start to sever and go down. I think as men that's out there, if y'all feel like, you know, you getting aggressive or your emotions get the best of you, definitely try to just step away, step aside. You know what I'm saying? It's coming from men who have been in predicaments that where they raised, they might have raised their aggression.
My whole thing, I became a leaver. Like not a leaver, like I'm leaving.
You said you remove yourself.
Yeah, I remove myself. Like I go home, I go out for a few hours. I came to the point where like I gotta get away from the situation we dealing with at hand, because not saying that I know myself and that's what it's gonna take me to, but I just rather remove myself from being in any uncompromising position that's gonna make me or even think twice, even become a thought in my head. Like, are you getting my nerves out?
That's the best. The power we got is always to remove ourselves. And it's like, I don't want to make it like, it's just like the games that get played in relationships, whether it's a man verbally abusing a woman, that all of that shit is personal. If somebody is like internal, because every emotion we feel starts internal first, whether it's love or hate. If you hate somebody, you hate yourself first. Because if you don't hate yourself, you can't hate somebody. I can't project hate. I don't hate none of y'all because I don't hate myself. So like, even if you give me a reason to not fuck with you, I'm gonna think that it's something going on with you. Like, can't nobody dictate the way I view the world. So, and this is my, so this is me now. This isn't how I always was. This is me through a lot of self-development, a lot of healing. I even started a nonprofit called Mental Heal. So MEN, the number 2 heal, because it's mental health. So it's helping men heal their mindsets because a lot of men got fucked up mindset.
Right.
From being from the hood or from just damaged relationships or damaged relationships with their mom or damaged relationships with their dad. So it's like, I feel like we have to create better men.
Right.
So with that being said, it's just understanding your triggers and not allowing them to control you.
Right.
And I feel like that is so common nowadays, and I know that we probably wrapping up. But just for the men out there, domestic violence is very serious, and there's a lot of women who become a victim of it. And in order for the statistical number of that shit to go down, men have to do a better job of finding emotional outages. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we can't let, even if you feel like, if you with a woman that's making you, because like I said, it's internal, it's personal. If you with a, can't nobody call you dumb and you think you dumb unless you, and it hurts you unless you already believe you dumb.
I get what you're saying.
So like, if a woman is saying shit like, little dick nigga, you gotta believe your dick little for that shit.
I laugh at shit like
You
that.
got body
If you be mad or argue back, you just
you know what I mean? So whatever she said, you ain't no man. You just
I don't think I'm gonna miss breaking the boss that I ain't mad at you.
So if every chick say that shit, sick God fuck.
I mean, that's the only thing like. Just
That's good. They overrated.
Don't fuck with you. Fuck.
Let us get your story.
And I only use that as an example because we talking about what women might do to make a motherfucker feel like less of a man. But with that being said,
I don't care.
can't nobody say nothing to you that you don't believe about yourself. You know what I'm saying? And it affects you. So somebody can't call me dumb because I know I'm not dumb.
Right.
So shit don't matter to me. So when you find yourself in those particular predicaments, just remove yourself and believe. Can you deserve better?
Absolutely.
Just don't. I don't want to make the excuse like you can get drunk, you get high. Just know in your own heart that you deserve better than before you turn your hand and raise it to a woman. And like this is speaking from a mature state. See what I'm saying? So if you out there and don't want to control your relationship. I learned that anything that I can't control is out of my concern. The only thing I can control is my own reaction. I cannot control who she'll fuck, who she want, what she like, what she think, what she do. The only thing I can control is my reaction, and I'm never giving my power away. I'm not giving my power away.
Score, give us your story. I don't know who you beat up.
He said he never recorded domestic before I left out.
What you need?
No, he ain't said I called it domestic.
Okay.
He ain't say he said he never did a domestic.
I never recorded domestic before.
I gave his story. If he ain't say, don't put his no stories out there.
No.
He said that. He said that.
Yeah, I said that. But what I said was, I already talked that shit a million times on my on the podcast about just controlling like what you said and Yacht said about just chicks can control you, and I had the situation that chicks can control you. So with that being said, it's just more so as far as like emotions. A lot of emotions is what you dealing with that person. Whether you want to leave.
I don't want no story. I don't want no more about what the fuck you about to deliver right now, nigga.
Because I know
you about to try to get me. I want to know what the fuck happened.
I just want to just paint the picture on the end. Shorties can do a lot of shit to control you, like y'all said. And to me, I think as far as it's off of emotion. You want to be whatever you want shit to work. It's a lot of shit.
Men could do the same thing though.
But exactly. But at the end of the day, a chick is controlling this. A chick is controlling this as well as a men can be controlling too. More.
Can I control you?
Pussy is power.
Can I control you?
That little pussy got some power.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you.
I'm gonna say pause on that, but
no, because we're not talking about that type of time. I'm saying, no, come on. I'm saying like,
that's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying
women and men. No. You go too deep. Wait. What happened? You was reaching, bro. You reaching.
No. I'm not reaching. If he asks me if he can control me, Jim Jones controlled a lot of people and made them drink that shit and they died. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm just asking basically like, I feel like
allegedly.
you only give me.
That's not allegedly.
Allegedly, bro. He ain't in jail. Don't say you talking about drugs.
He died with them.
I'm only saying basically.
Jim Jones?
Yeah, Jones. Jim Jones.
We talking about that.
No, not Jim Jones. Not that Jim Jones. He's the
What you think he talking about the rapper?
Yeah, he fucking talking about. His brain too far.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. But basically, I'm only saying like, I can't control you unless you allow me to control you.
No. Look at the word coke first before you.
No, we don't go that deep. I ain't disagree. I'm only just saying, not even
no, I'm saying, so when you say that, it's people that's out here that's controlled by men. Like, you know what I'm saying? As far as in,
So you're saying women got a cope?
Yeah.
Is that woman article?
So you say the woman you deal with had a
No. If that nigga say this shit, wait. If he say this shit, and this shit happened, it's on the video, we blame us because he said women too cool.
No. This shit
Like
you said, women can control you. But when he said, can you control me? That's what fucked me up when he said, can he control me?
I wasn't thinking from
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I was just basically saying like it ain't no different. I was saying like you're not gonna allow a man to control you.
Right.
But
You can say that's all I was saying.
That's what I'm saying. But you gotta. It's way deeper.
You got deep.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Then
saying.
you open up a portal.
That's crazy. We went like, damn, we ain't even get off, but we supposed to get off. I wanted to give like a little speech to the young brothers and all that.
We gotta do a part 2 then.
Yeah, we definitely got to do a part 2 on this. And I want to get this out first. And the reason why, like how we we was going to where we was saying about the guidance and about, the social media fucking like this generation up and the people, young people. We do a lot of criticizing as men. Young black brothers at the end of the day, and we not giving them, the same things that we was given. Like, we had the power, we had the this. We always talking like how, man, this generation fucked up. These niggas ain't got no guidance. These niggas don't understand the third. But at the end of the day, we ain't giving these little niggas, these little niggas nothing to live by. We did not giving them it's our fault. We not giving them what was given to us. And it needs to be, the good men that still up out here that do got morals, that do, I feel like we need to, get this message across more. We need to be more proactive with a lot of younger dudes. Like, we need to grab a hold of the young niggas that's in high school, 9th, 10th, 11th grade. We need boys and girls clubs that go, and we need power. We might not get power that movie, but we need other programs similar. We need to instill the same shit that was instilled in us to make us, half-ass a good gentlemen, whatever we self-proclaim ourselves to be as.
Sure.
No, I agree. I think that we definitely need to create more solutions because it is a lot of people that talk about the problem.
Yeah,
Everybody complaining.
You gotta think about these kids.
Everybody complaining nowadays.
So you gonna have that. But I feel like this, right? I feel like if I say I'm hiring, I ain't about to go to the young boy that don't want the job on the corner. Yo, get up, stop selling drugs, and come get the job.
I'm gonna go to the nigga that's inquiring about it.
I'm gonna let the nigga come to me. I'm gonna put the ad out. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna win.
Not on the corner though. That's the
So listen, I come from the streets, right? But I didn't stay in the streets. Like all of my friends that grew up with me, they done job. And that's not one of them stereotypical statements. Like literally everybody from my generation that I hung with, if they done job, everybody hang with them is younger than me. Just by a year or two. But they didn't grow up with me, they wasn't in the classes I was in, they wasn't into what I was into. I was on the corners. I sold drugs. I got drug cases. I can't step away from my past, but I always saw the world bigger than that. So I knew that if I ever had the opportunity to leave, I was out. And now it's like when I can see it from the corner, but now I don't gotta sit on the corner. So when I think about it might be 10 young boys on the corner and only 2 of them might want to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
they don't necessarily mean they mind and stuff there, because I was one of them niggas out there, but I was also one of them niggas I was one of them niggas that always wanted an old head that never had one.
No, you see what I'm saying? And I had old heads, luckily. So like he is a nigga like y'all that's out there that wanted old heads. And a nigga like me, who old head came and got him like, nigga, get the fuck out this corner. But he ain't take me nowhere better, he just gave me a better opportunity.
You got old heads that's still on that shit that say go ahead, do that.
But you can't blame them for being who they are.
Yeah,
that's all they know.
we not talking to them.
Yeah,
we talking to the niggas that's actually out here that want to instill morals and shit.
What happens in that drug, that'll discourage the movement if we like, yo, we gonna go there and get all the kids.
But that's a diamond in the rough though. Right now in this generation, it's a diamond in the rough. Because it's not too many. Because it's not too
our fault, bro. We still not even pressing.
That is
Still not even.
I get what
you're saying. That it's always gonna be niggas and young boys against it. Like, wait, I ain't trying that shit that in the third. But we ain't even pushing it. We not even trying to push this on these young niggas. We not giving them a choice.
For us to say that, it was more opportunities back in the day for us to actually broad, like far as in we can go here, we can go here. But
that's because they created them. Why we not creating them for the young niggas?
No. The same niggas that was selling drugs, that was our old heads, didn't create that shit. They didn't. They just was funded by other shit.
It don't matter who created it.
No. I'm just there.
Did you hear what he just said?
No. I'm listening to what he said. I heard exactly what he said, but basically what I'm trying to say is, at the end of the day, it's less shit now. So all it is for us to say, all right, well, follow our footsteps. Why should I follow your footsteps if I'm making 10, 20 grand on the block?
I'm saying y'all
Who was
telling.
making 10,
Like, so
20
you
grand
didn't
on
hear
the
what I
block?
said then,
You got a
bro.
lot of niggas that's doing that shit right
Not
now.
on the
Yeah,
block.
ain't no
Fuck.
like,
Who was making 10 to 20
Nah,
grand
but-
on the block?
He didn't hear what I said if he answered that question the way he asking because you said, why is it not, say, damn, why you not following my footsteps? Bro, we're not. Like, we're not giving these niggas these opportunities. But, all right, so you a nigga that, you a man that feel like you got morals, you know what's going on, you know how to feel like you know how to handle yourself, or you know how we can develop another young nigga like you, but you don't want to blame yourself, but what you offering to give them, bro? But you're not blaming yourself. You are to blame. You to blame just like I'm to blame.
Ain't nobody offer me shit. I had
You
to
gotta
get it
pass
myself.
that knowledge there.
That's what I'm saying. You missing exactly what I'm saying if you answer the question the way he's answering it. You missing my whole message if you answer it the way you answer.
Ain't nobody that was negative gave me positive information. That's what I'm trying to say.
You missing what I'm saying, bro.
Really positive information.
You missing what I'm saying.
I think.
Listen, first of all, listen. Let me say something.
I'm saying if
I'm
you was
gonna
a nigga like you,
listen.
feel like you negative?
Listen.
You feel like you said it ain't nobody negative gave you nothing problem.
I'm not
but I
negative.
said you are to blame because you not passing that information along.
I do pass it off.
And
I'm not saying that.
Alright.
No, I'm saying, all right. So
Can I say something real quick?
go ahead.
Out of all y'all right here, I'm in the trenches more than all y'all. Bottom line.
No, you ain't. You just
That's
actively
the fuck
living
I
it.
am,
You
nigga.
just actively
No,
still living
nigga,
it.
I interact with motherfuckers younger than me all day, every
I give you that
day.
because I don't like the movies.
No, I do.
Right.
I give you that.
Please, no.
But did you not hear me just say I'm a victim? I'm a part of that too.
No,
I said
I'm
you just like
talking.
me. I said I got nothing.
Yo,
But I said
I'm talking.
you cut it off and said that I'm not blaming myself, but you're not giving them nothing.
I'm not.
You ain't giving them nothing.
Yeah, listen. What I was saying was, they listen, bro.
They want guidance.
They listen. They not just motherfuckers that be like, oh,
Like,
fuck off and all that.
Right.
They listen. Like, you gotta be there. Like, if you not there, they not gonna know. But you
You
there,
gotta understand.
bro. You know, I'm there,
Bro, I'm telling you, let me say this.
bro. You gotta be there, bro.
Let me say this. When I was outside, like,
It was different from when we was outside.
let
When
me
they
just go
outside, bro.
let me just go off of my
Shit's
perspective.
totally different.
Let me go off my perspective. Ain't no negative nigga give me positive information. No nigga. So at the end of the
Was the intent positive and the information negative, or was it intent
all
bad?
I learned was from positive motherfuckers that was positive motherfuckers. It wasn't no
So
situation.
you ain't learn from no negative motherfucker.
So can I say
I don't get what
something?
he's
Cause
saying.
so listen, let me say
You
something.
talking bullshit.
So listen, I think that like everything I learned from niggas in the hood, even if it could be conceived as negative on a grand scale, I think that the intentions was positive. Like a nigga might tell a young boy to grab a pistol with the intent to tell him to protect himself. You see what I'm saying? So that's not good information. That's not something good to tell a kid. But his intention, cause I'm only going off. So listen, hold on. No, listen. I got both mindsets. I'm from the hood. Like you know what I'm saying. I'm not in the trenches now by choice. But I still connect at the root level. Like, you know what I mean? I take care of 15 niggas that's in jail, upstate, for all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? That's not an exaggerated number.
Shit.
I'm
You see what I'm saying?
Shit,
So
me
listen, so we can agree that you got friends that you grew up with, you understood the mindset. So what I'm saying is he right. These young boys don't not listen, but if we not connecting, this is what we are. We not connected to them.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that.
Let me take to his point. I'm just trying to make everybody's point. To his point, he's saying that they don't want to be connected to. You see what I'm saying? So you saying that as young boys out here don't want to.
All I'm saying is, if you negative and he negative, he gonna say to you, well shit.
But y'all saying you not negative.
No,
So he said that's like saying you not negative. He said you.
I'm talking for you.
I'm talking overall. He's not talking about from me.
Weeds.
I can't reach 1,000 motherfuckers.
And I never said overall. I said for the niggas that feel like they good niggas and got something going on and they got something to pass along, which are we not?
Off camera.
That's
Even
what I'm
an
saying.
older motherfucker, he told me like, yo,
Talk about the
bro.
mics for what? This conversation for the mics.
He said, bro, these young boys.
conversations.
He said these young boys really like be looking up to you and shit. It's not because I'm not even giving them money and all that because I interact with them. I understand them. Like I've been there at one point.
How you
The
deliver it.
fuck?
Yeah,
Like I'm not doing nothing else. I'm interacting. I'm having
conversations.
conversations with them. I'm not just around just to be around. Like we all went through the same shit, so you gotta be there.
I learned that some people gonna
Bro, you gotta be,
That's how I learned
bro.
it.
No, it's not like that,
Yes,
bro.
it
If
is.
you there, you there. Them young boys gonna understand. They gonna be like, damn,
I'm
bro.
So
They
do
gonna understand.
you think that you could heal somebody in the same environment that they sick in?
Of course I could.
See, I think that
Wait, what's the question?
can you heal somebody in the same environment that they got sick in?
No.
I think
That's why I said you only gonna affect who you wanna affect.
no, so I think that for
Like
me,
you said, you said it's 10 motherfuckers. Like I said, it's 10 motherfuckers on the block. You only can heal like 2 motherfuckers.
Yeah,
you only can get 2 motherfuckers.
But y'all not-
You can heal all of them.
I can see where his question is going because his question is going with exactly what I'm saying. Y'all missing it. You can't heal a person with the same shit that what you said?
that affected you.
That affect you
in the same environment.
Alright,
Yeah.
you got it. That's what I'm saying.
That's like
We're not
my
giving
straight
them
on it.
we're not giving them a different environment. You can be on the block all day, right? You can talk to them niggas all day. But y'all get on this rapping my head off over
Yeah,
here.
that's what I just said.
Oh wait, you rapping my head off.
It's not
Present an
that.
opportunity to me. What's damn, let me
It's
say,
a
But everybody don't have the same.
There's a
Everybody don't have
difference between rapping and rapping. Like, it's
no,
a
but
big
you rapping,
difference.
bro.
No,
The difference of rapping
like I
and
said,
doing,
like I
bro.
said.
It's a big difference.
Yeah, but what you were saying, all you doing is talking.
No, it's a big difference. When you just talking bullshit all day, they
No,
ain't trying to hear
you
that.
can tell
But
it
when
is.
you actually understand where they coming from and all
No,
that,
listen,
that's the
no.
fucking it.
Everybody-
Nigga, I'm in the trenches 24/7. What the fuck are you talking
But what
about?
you saying,
I'm
being in the
there.
trenches don't have nothing to do with you saying as a person.
I'm there.
You said if you
How you gonna tell me when I'm
Let me just say this,
communicating
because
with
you
these young
contradicting
boys every
yourself, bro. You
day?
contradicting
No, I'm
yourself.
not.
You saying there's a
How you
difference
gonna tell me
between-
when
Alright,
I'm
shut up, let me
there?
talk.
I'm
You said-
there.
Shut up, bro.
I'm there.
You
You
said-
can't tell me when I'm
You
there.
alright, bro, shut up and let me talk. You said it's the difference between when a nigga rapping is rapping. You can be there all day.
No, you talking bullshit.
Talking
Ain't
for your
no
health.
bullshit.
Bro, you
point on even asking the question. Like, you got the influence over the youngest because you understand them. I think the biggest thing that these kids is lacking right now is being understood by niggas that's older than them that was there. So when he says the difference between rapping and rapping, he's saying like, it's, hold on, no, listen,
Motherfucker,
listen, because this is why I'm able to connect to the young boys.
Listen, there, bro. No matter what the situation.
No, I understand, listen, because I understand what you're saying.
You don't understand it.
Listen, damn, y'all motherfuckers is aggressive. You niggas funny as shit.
That's a difference.
let him talk.
What I'm saying is because you correlate with them because you've been, it's like it's a difference when you got that understanding for them, so they gonna connect to you in a different way. So it is a difference between rapping and rapping because if he got jail experience and you never been in jail, when he talking to a nigga about jail, it don't matter. I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying regardless. Hold on. Then on that particular subject, yeah, but. When y'all is saying that you in jail talking about jail, so the only way to get out is to get free. But
You in jail talking about
what I'm
jail,
saying is what you do with your influences now, you got because you understand these young boys, you got the power to direct them to a nigga that's not in the hood that can put them in a different
That's
predicament.
why I said
You can be in a little one they told me
But you might can't get through to them, and he can.
Right, but-
You see what I'm saying? Because he understands.
But let me say
Because
this,
he understands them, and that's why this is why his role is important.
It's
You see what I'm saying?
it's different levels because at the end of the day, when you saying, for instance, he could reach to him at the end of the day, at some point that they gotta reach that level of reaching the positive person level because at the end of the day, all they talking is hood shit. You gotta be. If you talking
shit.
first,
Let me give you an example.
no,
You're not saying that.
I'm saying, listen, I'm talking far as it's going to be to a point that you gotta understand the point. If you want to reach somewhere in life,
Right.
you gotta come to this circle over here.
It's just like
No
saying.
fucking duh. That's what
It's
I'm
just like
saying the whole
saying-
time.
But listen.
But what you saying is you kind of. It's like what you saying is you.
But I'm going to get to him before any one of y'all get to him.
But sometimes
And I agree that. And whether he tell him to pick up a gun or go get a whatever, it's because he right there.
I wouldn't.
If I got listen,
You can go there and then you just have the same conversation what I have, and they gonna be like, he talking bullshit.
I'm gonna keep it a bean.
And I can talk the same
You
conversation.
on something, but you're not.
No,
That's
yes,
what
I am.
I'm saying.
Bro, around this shit.
That's what I'm saying. Let me say this real quick.
Around this shit.
But let me say this. Yeah, they look at you like you saying was like, all right, you can say it, but it's different when you in it. But that little nigga gonna look at it like, oh, you can't tell me nothing. You in the same shit I'm in.
Yeah.
I wanna talk to a nigga that came from where I came from and got the fuck out.
That's it.
I wanna talk to a nigga that came from where I came from and got the fuck out.
How you gonna teach a nigga that came from where I came from? You in a negative situation.
I live with my mom and you
want next door, bro. You want next door to me. If you go in the next door to me, how the fuck am I gonna talk to you next door?
Negative shit.
I'm 18 with my mom, you 30 with
Like, so that's like saying that you can't learn success tips from somebody that fell.
But I just said
You know what I'm saying?
that.
No,
I just
but
said
listen, that's what I'm
It's like
saying.
saying you can't, but you gotta think about what we dealing with in the mindset. We dealing with these young niggas. They looking at him like, nigga, you wear a hat.
So you can't tell a young boy. So you can't tell
I'm not taking advice from nobody that's not further than me.
tell a young boy. You selling drugs. You can't tell a young boy not to sell drugs.
Can I say?
Right.
I
agree with that.
No. Let me say this. You have that half of these niggas nowadays, they want to stay in the hood. They want to stay.
Bro, you say you not taking nobody from somebody that's not further than you in life.
Yeah,
but the nigga that's below you can give you the best advice that you ever had.
Right.
That's bullshit.
That's a fact.
The fuck is you talking about? You saying bullshit.
That's true.
You talking bullshit. A homeless nigga can give you the best advice that you ever had in your
I
fucking
said
life.
that from perspective.
No, you're talking bullshit. You just talking.
So homeless nigga give you business advice.
Yes, he can.
Facts.
Yes, he can.
Humbly.
Cause humbly, why the fuck you still on the cardboard?
Ultimately,
Respectively, why the fuck you live in the cardboard?
He gonna tell you why you shit. He done everything to avoid the cardboard.
That's why I said humbly, bro.
Ultimately, trials and tribulations.
Yes, sir.
But
Humbly.
again,
That's why I said humbly.
game, but why you everybody do know the game ain't playing something.
Everybody just gotta have money to give you advice.
No.
Be in that position. Everybody just gotta be in that position to give you advice. Everybody gotta be in that position to give you advice.
I feel like Iron Shot and Iron. If I feel like I'm the smartest person in my circle, I don't want to fucking hang around you. I can't learn shit from you.
What the fuck? You can learn shit from everybody. What are you talking
I
about,
said if I'm the
bro?
smartest person in my circle, I don't want to hang with you.
You talking bullshit, bro.
I'm not.
I think ultimately for the young boy that's out there,
If I can't learn from you, if I can't learn from you, sit at my table.
Bro, you talking bullshit.
I think ultimately for the youngers out there, basically, we can serve as a resource, you know what I'm saying? For y'all to be able to find a gateway to whatever you consider to be a better life. You see what I'm saying? So whatever that may be, like we trying to provide the resources that we feel like is lacking right now. You know what I mean? Ain't none of us perfect, but if somebody can provide a conversation that can lead you to another conversation, that can lead you to another conversation, that can ultimately change your life, then that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to redirect the narrative of the young boys because I don't feel like they lost. I feel like they misguided, and I feel like they misunderstood. It's just that simple.
Absolutely.
Can I just think every generation is the same because our generation motherfuckers are saying the same shit about us.
It was.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's just the same repeated cycle every time.
Yeah, for sure.
And I
About
get
the same way.
So
Ain't nobody go around though.
So at the end of the day, when people keep saying this shit, it's just a repeated cycle. So what we lack now is the sources. That's what we lack. We don't lack conversation because, like he said, he was talking to these motherfuckers. So we don't lack conversation.
I ain't gonna say we lack the sources.
Can I say one thing?
We lack sources because what we had, they didn't have. I say that because the generation before us had a lot before we had. That's what I'm saying. So we don't lack communication.
Can I say
we
one
lack
We can
sources.
recreate and we can recreate it. I won't say sources. I'm gonna say it's action.
So
all these motherfuckers that
don't like talking to each other.
exactly. That's another thing. But still though, but they're not like I said, like what Rock said. I'm going where I'm 100% agree with Rock. They're not gonna relate to a nigga unless he been where he been at.
I give what he's saying.
So I understand what he's saying. So at the end of the day, when you actually conversate with a motherfucker, like me, I'm gonna keep it all the way at being. I don't like going to my neighborhood at all. Because it's like, at the end of the day, when you talk to a motherfucker, they don't have the same mindset as you. But eventually they gonna get it.
So
Eventually
my question is, we ain't trying to reach one hood, we trying to reach the kids.
No.
So listen. No, I
start from my hood first.
No,
Fuck all that shit. Start from my hood first.
No, because listen,
I'm gonna fuck where everybody from.
how can it
Start
start
from my hood
somewhere where you don't want to go?
Listen, it's start from my hood
You don't
first.
like going there.
You can't start it.
So you get that?
Listen, I understand that, but at the end of the day, that's why I was trying to give you my reason why I don't come to my neighborhood.
I ain't knocking you, I'm just saying.
Well, the reason why I don't come to my neighborhood because at the end of the day, it's to the point that, you know, when you trying to conversate with them young boys, all they know is music. So music gets to them more than my communication gets to them.
No, it don't.
Yes, it do, bro. We not being real.
Music do influence a lot of people.
Music gets to them more than my communication do.
This is my thing with anything in life though.
That's a fact.
Why are we going after people that don't want the information?
Bro,
That's what I just said.
No.
It's not that they
Stop. This is what I'm trying to say. I got an office, right? I sit in my office. Young boys come down to my office to talk to me that want help. That come from the streets. I don't gotta go to the corner.
Because that's a last resort.
No, it's not.
No. They didn't get to that one that help. They the ones you want, the ones that want to help. We saying is go ahead.
So I'm not about to eliminate.
I didn't know
I'm not about to eliminate my will to provide a resource to a young boy. No, listen, hear me out. No, I'm not saying anything I'm saying is not saying y'all saying anything else. None of this is to condemn or challenge none of y'all opinions. I'm thinking from my own perspective. You get what I'm saying? This is me. I'm saying that I'm a resource. I can help these young boys some way. I know something that they don't know. I don't give a fuck what they think they know or whatever, however they perceive the information. But I put myself in a position and I let it be known that I'm here. You'll never see a job that's hiring in the fucking community scout. They got a sign on the door that say hiring. Right. You gotta come in for the interview. So I'm available if you need me. Right. That's how we help the youth. But we don't gotta beat it into their heads. The reason I said the conversations could start with him because he could easily be like, yo, the WOLFWSE giving out jobs. And then the young boys can take it or leave it.
Yeah. That's why I said.
So that's the 8, that's the 10, that's the 2 out of 10.
That's why I was saying.
You still gotta say it though.
But everybody saying is not off track.
Yeah,
It's like we kind of missing.
Everybody saying the same shit. They could come together, but if you think that he challenging your perspective, now you coming from a different perspective to defend yourself. It's no defense. I agree. If you out there, you can connect and relate better. But if he got the information that says, listen, youngin, I can't turn my life around, but you still can, and young boy take them words and run with it, then that's what young boy decided to do. If young boy say, oh, ain't you talking some bullshit, that's what young boy decided to do. Everybody got their own choice.
I think it's you being there and you not being there. That's the whole point. We said about the trenches shit. I'm in the trenches all day. Like first, and we said like I'm in the trenches all day. So it's you being there and you not being there. Why would I listen to a nigga that's not
bullshit?
That's
right. Niggas know it's bullshit.
He got the power, and I can come to the hood and convince all the young boys to come work with me. And he down there, and he can turn around and tell them niggas not to.
Yeah, right.
So that's why I say it depends on what we saying.
Even if you was to come to the neighborhood and they ain't even motherfucking know you,
Alright, look at it.
and I could be like, yo.
Exactly.
Be official. Go do that.
Exactly.
And that's why the niggas gonna do that. The niggas that's on that job type time, because everybody not on that job type time. Niggas that's on that job type time, but like I'm going with him.
Let me say this now though, right? Yeah.
We need a part 2.
Let me say this, right? Like, 'cause I get what you saying, but it's like, because I knew me, and I knew how I was when I was a young boy. So it's like, alright.
Man, come to the hood, man.
It's like a nigga.
Come to the hood.
It was like a nigga that's actively in the hood, bro. You gotta realize, like, bro, like when I mean I'm a real life project, baby. I was born.
No, come to the hood, bro.
So it's like
shit different now, bro.
No, listen, I'm trying to tell you, bro.
That's a fact,
shit
bro.
Come to the hood, bro.
Bro, stop talking and let me talk, bro.
Come to the hood, bro.
I'm talking.
Shit, I get what you're saying, but nigga like me, I'm not gonna listen to a nigga that's actively here with me. I can name 3 names, which I'm not gonna name. I'm not gonna name niggas' name on the dome that'll come to the hood now. You can say whatever you want to them old heads all day, but I can name 3 old head names from our hood that's actively not there no more, that'll come back to the hood and have more of an influence than you, bro. Cause they gonna look at this nigga, they gonna he got paper, he got this, he got that. I went here with something.
It's been 3 niggas that had fucking more paper than me that wasn't in the hood and came back to the hood that did have more influence.
I'm talking in general.
It's all about your approach, like he said.
I'm gonna say this. Alright, we gonna say this. He ain't gonna not negative. He not gonna not negative. I'm gonna say this. You honestly to this day think that affects
Can I say something? Come to the trenches, man. Come to the trenches.
The day that Fats came to the hood, he had a big influence.
Fuck no.
Hell yeah.
Exactly.
Come to the trenches.
Exactly.
They don't give a fuck about that. That's our era. They don't give a fuck about that no more. They don't give a fuck about that no more.
To this day, no. No fans, bro. His influence is so big on the hood. Nigga ain't been in the hood about 10 years. If he come back to the hood, that's what you talking about. You hear me? I'm listening to that, bro. That's our era. These niggas wanna say that's what I'm trying to say, but I'm not saying it.
That's our era, bro.
I'm not saying that. Only person listening to the picture, bro.
Come to the hood.
Everybody approaches like you said.
Come to the hood.
Everybody approaches different. Stop talking and start doing too.
That's all that gotta be. That's all I gotta be. No, listen. The action. I get up and do what I gotta do every day. So
salute you.
No, what I'm saying is, I'm like, if a young boy,
y'all gave me school, and I salute you. So
I appreciate that. I'm just saying, if a young boy out here and want anybody to reach him, and I feel like they serious or whatever, like that's all we gotta do. Like
you gotta need, but no, but fuck all the talking. You gotta want it to spread.
That's why they gotta show up. That's why they gotta show up.
You gotta want it. So that's why I say about you saying you reaching out to him. Yeah, you can talk to him. Nigga say, yeah, I know, but it's about the walking, the talking. It's about you doing it.
Can I say something real quick? You know how much fucking violence I stop on a fucking day-to-day basis?
That's besides the point.
No, that's
Ain't
not.
no fucking
No, that's
besides
not.
the point, nigga.
That's
You know
important.
how much fucking violence I stop? You know how much violence
That's not.
you know how much? Listen, and niggas get fucked in this shit. You know how much fucking violence I stop on a day-to-day basis?
We need
when niggas from doing dumb shit.
That's important.
When niggas, you know how much dumb shit. Listen, you know how much dumb shit I stop in the neighborhood? Come on, man.
It's important.
You know how much fucking violence I stop in the neighborhood telling niggas don't do this and telling niggas don't do that?
Because it could have been a war.
Come on, fucking
But
man.
listen,
Cut it out.
True, but means nothing.
Ain't no.
That means nothing.
He got me like throw my fucking cup.
It don't mean nothing.
Put it there.
But just cause you stop that nigga from
Put it
shooting that
there.
nigga one day, bro, it's
He ain't gonna shoot him cause my fucking murder's dead.
And the nigga still in the same place. You still ain't get that nigga no outlet to better himself. So it's mine. That's the nigga. Oh wait, told me not to shoot him today. I
He
get
got
today.
back to the hood. He ain't been there for a long time.
Bro, you telling myself, come on, bro. I got a retarded little brother.
You
I got
ain't
a
been there
retarded
for a
little
long
son.
time.
The same
You
shit.
ain't been there in a long
A
time.
nigga is a nigga, a human is a human.
And
Bro.
they more
Just
retarded
because you
than
stop,
me.
but just because you stop that much, that shit that day, bro, you
I'm
still
stopping it on a day-to-day
But you
basis.
still didn't give him a better option.
You still getting the right way. I'm telling him, fuck it, y'all wanna do this.
Bro.
Do that, do this. You ain't gotta shoot this
told
nigga.
the nigga
You ain't gotta do that.
nigga, but you gave him
Fuck.
nothing else to
You
do.
not down there, nigga. I'm down there, nigga.
You telling him, but you not giving him. What you gave a nigga to do, bro? Right, what you gave a nigga to do?
Bullshit,
Give me
bro.
one thing, what you gave a
What
nigga to
the
do?
fuck you got to do?
I'm asking you.
You not down
I'm
there.
asking you.
You not down there, nigga. You ain't gonna know who the fuck you is.
Did I not say that I didn't? Did I not say that I'm a victim the same day that I give him another thing? What you give him to do, Rob?
You gonna go down there and you gonna know who the fuck you is.
Gave
And
him
you
one
gonna
thing,
know
you
who
gave
the fuck
bro,
you is.
give him one thing you told him to do, Rob.
Fuck.
Give him one thing you told these niggas.
Stop shooting niggas.
That's it. That's gonna better your life. That's gonna upgrade a nigga life because you told him to stop shooting niggas.
The world way.
Come on, man. Niggas need to expand their mind from the hood, man.
But listen though, honestly though, right now, listen, we all black men, man. We all, and I feel the passion. I feel the passion. But what type of fucking examples we setting for the youngest watching right now?
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on, listen, and then we can't even have a civilized conversation on the solution as to how we should come to the
Listen, I'm gonna say this.
We trying to
It's
put
healthy.
shit together. No, I ain't saying,
It's healthy.
I understand this energy. We from the hood. This is a regular conversation.
Niggas,
So y'all don't see this shit. Y'all don't see this shit. This is healthy right
This is a
here. You know what
regular
I'm saying?
conversation.
This is
And
us.
I'm saying,
This is the rock, this is Baxter, and this is John Mac the Boo.
I'm saying
You know what I'm saying? This is Sunset. What you
saying,
mind?
basically,
You feel what I'm saying? This is healthy. This is healthy.
basically for the solution, all I'm
No,
saying
this is
is,
healthy. That's what we do.
if a
Off
nigga-
the camera.
bro.
if a nigga got influence, we just gotta direct that shit in the right way.
Facts.
If he got the power to stop a nigga from shooting somebody, I don't doubt nothing he can tell him to do.
That's what I'm saying.
You get this? So,
That's
alright,
all
so
I'm
now,
saying.
so now
Put
this
that
what we
shit
do.
somewhere else.
But listen, boom.
Just saying, stop doing
And this
that.
what I'm, but listen, but y'all, this what I'm saying. It
How the fuck does me
All
having
I-
the power not to shoot a nigga don't mean nothing?
What come after that is what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's not good.
He never said it wasn't good. He
I
just
said
said
what
what
come
coming
after
after
that.
Let's talk.
All I'm saying is, alright,
talk,
boom.
bro.
If you got the power to tell a young boy to do anything, just send him in a direction that's going to be beneficial.
Can I say
From
something?
this
Can I
point
say
on.
something? I want to make a joke
Go
about it.
ahead.
That's a quote too.
Says a quote.
That's a quote.
A quote.
That's a quote. When we just talk about this shit, but that's what I said. Fuck it.
Alright, yeah.
You got the word quote. That's all you got to do. That's all. That's all. If you tell somebody what to do, that's a quote.
This is a very motherfucking intense first episode in our brand.
And I love it.
man.
Yeah,
love
we need it.
I don't even think we ever went this long. We had
No,
like
like
2
2 hours, 2 hours, 2
Yeah.
hours.
And we gonna wrap this up, and I'm gonna say, you know what I'm saying?
Where you can follow that?
They can find me at Uncle Yacht 2_, Brown Youngster. The WOLFWSE all the time, man. Still the prettiest brown skin alive, man.
You can find. Wait.
Oh, well, they can find me. They can find me on Instagram,
Where we
man. So I don't
market?
get want y'all to follow my Instagram. Y'all can follow our Hoodcast Instagram though. Hoodcast, what's our Hoodcast Instagram, bro?
With a K.
Hoodcast with a K. I'm not giving out my
2 underscores.
Instagram. And y'all can find me on Twitter. Y'all can find me on Twitter at Hoodcast underscore. What the fuck is my the pastor? DA pastor underscore 23. Y'all can find me on Twitter and all that. I'm not going because I'm about to delete my Instagram, man. This be too much weird shit going on there. Y'all got follow our motherfucking Instagram. Follow our Instagram, but don't follow my personal Instagram.
Y'all can find me at sincere 2 underscores. One sincere 2 underscores. No profile pic. I really don't post pictures like that, but I'm the same way as Rock. So shut the fuck up, bitch. I'm gonna say, and then you can find me at on Twitter, God Poppy. I'm more active on Twitter. I love Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter be popping.
God Poppy. I'm still a God Poppy.
Shit.
For those who don't know, I'm still a God Poppy. So you can find me at God Poppy 1 on Twitter.
I'm on Patron too, by the way.
You know, Dad know. That's where the name originated from.
Where they can find you
Over
at,
the borders. You know what I'm saying?
On Instagram at WOLFWSE, on Twitter at WOLFWSE underscore.
And cop the book too, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely cop that book.
Where they can find your book at?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Shit, Google it. That shit everywhere. I can't. It's on my website, wolfhaspoken.com.
Heavy.
It's on Amazon.
Oh, yeah,
it's on Walmart.
Oh yeah.
You know, yeah.
I got nervous for it.
All you motherfuckers that be doing that self-checkout and shit at Walmart and all that.
No, only online. You trying to take my numbers in. That shit only online. But no, I appreciate the opportunity. I appreciate this energy, man. It's been a while since I've been in that aggressive ass hood. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm coming back. I'm with it.
The crazy part about it is I ain't
ratchet
my
shit.
questions. Y'all,
Welcome to the hood.
so this is a great open. So we ain't really. I didn't answer my questions.
I want y'all to take our aggressiveness as us, coming because of course we not being mad at each other. That and the third.
Shit.
We just passionate about what we talking about, and everybody got a different opinion.
It's a regular day in the hood.
Yeah.
Regular day in the hood, and we just got a message we trying to get across. We just got something we trying to get across.
I need to
We had 2.
I need to eat.
So we gonna wrap this shit up. We appreciate y'all, man. This is the Hoodcast, and we out.
Yo, get what
That's spoken. Oh man, y'all niggas.
I feel like I'm at the Chinese store.
Chinese store.